Well, hi everybody. Welcome here on a Friday. It's a Friday, June 26th, 2026, and it's time for Marvel Legendary Randomizer number 170. Only 30 more to go until we get to the big 200. Thanks for joining me on this Friday. My end of June, beginning of July schedule was a bit awkward, so I am making a couple changes here. Obviously today, it's Friday, we're streaming today. Next week there won't be a stream. I won't be around to do that. So whatever we randomize today, you'll get a little bit of extra time to play. And the week after that, it's probably going to be another Friday stream, and then we'll get back on track with our regular streams. Yeah, 170 is wild. I think it's been almost, we're coming up on 6 years. We're coming up on 6 years of this channel and the randomizer stream especially. The very first stream I ever did was a randomizer stream. The randomizer is what got me to do a channel in the first place. I thought, hey, well, people enjoy watching randomized setups every week, and for 6 years so far, that's been about correct. We're coming up on the 6 years, so exciting. And it's not getting old for me. As you can see, I have the wonderful second edition legendary mat right here with Dr. Doom. Let me go ahead and zoom out so you can see Doom in all his glory. There he is. Off the cuff says my copy of second edition is sleeved and sitting in its own box till the end of next month. Yes, I was about to say. So we're going to talk about second edition real quick. If you caught my second edition stream a couple of days ago, thank you very much for joining me. I did a marathon stream, lasted almost 7 hours, and I streamed 5 different games of Legendary using 5 different schemes, every Mastermind in the game, and all the hero sets in the game as well, and the villain groups. We went through everything except for all the schemes that would require more games. We'll get to those. If you want to watch those, they're up for members at coffee.bageltopgames.com right now, and I'll be putting them out next week for everybody in individual videos. So check those out. Thanks to all who came by. I had a lot of fun. Really hyped about the changes in second edition. All the heroes, their mechanics work. They're much more synergistic with each other. Their inter and intra hero set synergies, and I'm excited to throw them into the randomizer too. They all work as how you would expect a modern hero set to work. As far as adding second edition to the randomizer, what we're gonna do is I polled you guys to see how many of you have second edition, when you think you're gonna get it, and it looks like about a month and change is gonna be the right amount of time. So I think it was July 30th, the end of July, is when we're going to add second edition into the rotation. Kind of a meme around here is that Gambit has never appeared in the randomizer ever since being eligible from day one, and he only has about a month left to show up, so we'll see if he shows up these next few weeks. So that's it for the Randomizer League internal updates. Waiting for Rivals to update while watching Legend. I tried to play Marvel Rivals again the other day. I did a little bit better this time. First-person shooters or third-person stuff like that, like Team Fortress 2 or Overwatch or Marvel Rivals, never been great at. Maybe I'll give it another shot because the Marvel flavor is really compelling to me. Thank you very much. I tried to pick up 2E today, but my FLGS didn't have it and had to order it for me. Well, at least it's on its way. Oh, Spider-Man PlayStation 4 is so good. I hope you have a great time with it. Speaking of second edition, let me talk about the second edition stuff I'm using in the randomizer streams immediately. It won't be any of the Mastermind schemes, villain groups, henchmen, or heroes until the end of July, like I mentioned. But I am using, obviously, the playmat will be in the rotation. I'm also using the standard and special officers. I went over this. I didn't tell you all outside of that stream. But so my decks are basically all the second edition stuff, plus all the special stuff, plus standard sidekicks from Secret Wars. So I have all the 2E officers and officer specialists and special officers in here. You can see in the first few cards. So those are in my officer deck. In my sidekick deck, I had it exactly the same. I just threw in all the daring sidekicks too. So those are already in there. I'm still playing Scarlet Witch in Marvel Rivals. She's a very simple character to play, right at about my ability level, but a lot of fun. And maybe I'll graduate to a tougher character, but I think she was on the initial roster. But she's about my speed when it comes to those kind of games, you know? I have to figure out how these specialist officers are working with my MCU setups. I mean, the easiest answer is to just use them all. However, if you're going from the hero side, lean into what the main characters do. Like, if you're doing your Hulk setup, do a bunch of strength specialists. If you're Falcon and Winter Soldier, you can do some range and instinct or covert specialists. Fit them into what they, if you want to customize it, fit them into what aligns with the main characters, I think. The wounds, I replaced for now all the standard wounds, except for the member ones, with regular wounds from 2nd edition, all the Grievous and Enraging. By the way, thank you to Loki Thorson for becoming a Bageltop member at coffee.bageltopgames.com. He became a member at the bystander level, I believe, so he's going to get a custom bystander or wound that I'm going to be using on my streams. We're working on designing that. If you want your own card thrown into my setups, like in a starter or a bystander or wound or sidekick or officer, you can help support all the channel there, all the things I do here on the Discord, everywhere else, and we'll get a card that I use in the streams. Will characters like Deadpool that are not in 2nd edition be included in the randomizer? Only Deadpool. That's it, because he's the only one who is not returning from 1st edition. And on Legendary Leagues, Travel Size has added an option just for Deadpool, so it'll look like this. It'll randomize all the sets I'm randomizing now, minus 1st edition, plus 2nd edition, plus Deadpool, if that makes sense. And then bystanders, I have all the standard bystanders from 2nd edition and all the special bystanders from everywhere else except for Phase 1, because they are repeats of other bystanders. And then starters, I should mention this. Here's my choice for strikes and twists. My Master Strikes are going to be the 2nd edition Master Strikes with Magneto on them. I really like these. And my twists are going to be the twists from What If, the Zombie Scarlet Witch scheme twists. They are very visually distinct. I love that bright flash of red as a warning or a sign of danger, and they're my favorite. So these are what I'm going to be using for my streams. And then for starters, I'm going to be using 1st edition and 2nd edition. This is the only place I'm going to be using 1st and 2nd edition cards together as opposed to Deadpool, is going to be these starting hands, because I like both of these the best. So that's what I'm going to be using. And you can do what you want, as long as the cards are effectively the same. You can mix and match. I might mix and match some standard wounds and standard bystanders. I kind of like having them all be one thing. It's easier for me to tell at a glance what they are. If I put all the different core sets worth of standard bystanders in there, sometimes I get confused as to which one is which. We'll see. We'll see how I feel as I go along. I figured I'm happy enough to have the Deadpool expansion. I don't need the 1st edition Deadpool. If you do see the Marvel 3D Deadpool set pop up at some point, and it's a relatively cheap price, I recommend getting it. It's kind of cool for that completionist aspect. Plus, so the only 3 hero sets got Marvel 3D alt art. It was Black Widow, Hulk, and Deadpool. So I guess they're kind of lucky the one that didn't get an update in 2nd edition did get an alt art officially anyway. Are those official? Which ones? Are you talking about the Marvel 3D? All right, so I think that's all the blabbering I got to do on that. Let's go ahead and go into the results from this past week. Maybe it did come into the... I'm very curious as to what exactly caused that decision. I know there were a lot of factors involved there. So let me move on here. Well, no. So a quick primer on Marvel 3D. It was a set of trading cards. You know, rip packs open, see what random trading cards you get. That Marvel was doing with a bunch of dust on here. That with a bunch of their Marvel trading cards, they used art from the Legendary set to make trading cards. If you saw the Spider-Man Renditions trading cards they did last year, or 2024, at the end of 2024, it was kind of similar to that. A bunch of cards, art from Legendary, sketch cards, things like that. And then they had actual alternate playable cards. They did do exclusive mechanic-exclusive cards at the time just for Marvel 3D. So you had the Man-Thing hero set, the Howard the Duck, what else? The Circus of Crime, Spider Slayers, I think. Or Spider Slayers were later. I think maybe just Circus of Crime. Correct me on that. I forget exactly what was in there. But you had to collect them all if you wanted to actually play them in Legendary. And the Stan Lee Bystander, of course. Most of those were actually released in a set. Dimensions has mostly content from that Marvel 3D set. Dimension had some extra stuff that wasn't in Marvel 3D, like the J. Jonah Jameson Mastermind, Jessica Jones, America Chavez, for example. But most of it was the stuff from Marvel 3D, exclusively, except for Stan Lee. Stan Lee was only in Marvel 3D. Yeah, most of the stuff from Dimensions. Also in Dimensions were those 3 alt art hero sets, so Hulk, Widow, Deadpool were in Marvel 3D. So in the Marvel 3D set, if you collected them all, you have a full official hero set of Deadpool from the core set that has official alternate art. That was cool because it was the only way you can get official unique art for those 3 heroes at the time. Not even Phase 1 came out at the time, I believe. Anyway, that's it for Marvel 3D. That was before my time with Legendary, but I've learned a lot since then. And that's how that works. So unless you really want the Stan Lee Bystander or the Deadpool alt art, everything comes with Dimensions. Yeah, no worries. All right, let's go into this last week's results. You all... I'm going to press the button. There it is. So we randomized, unfortunately, Epic Shadow King. I called this Insane in the A-Plan. I hope you enjoyed that name. Shadow King was trapping our heroes in the Insane Asylum. And by the way, we retired Kurth from Fear itself. This was his 10th appearance, so he's retired from the Randomizer League. We had Epic Shadow King, and unfortunately, you can't see down there in the notes, but we pulled two horrors. One of them was the Legions Upon Legions horror, and that means you play an extra card after every henchman is played, and that really speeds up the villain deck. That made this setup very, very difficult. I also love how Moon Knight got randomized into the Insane Asylum scheme, and also Sunspot came here for some sun against his moon. That was very fun. Thank you for that randomizer. Anyway, let's go ahead and see how all of you did in this game. I have our top 10 because we did not get anybody else to play. So it was just, and it's hard when you have sets like X-Men that are harder to get. So we just have a top 10 this week. But first, here's the win rate and fun level. It was a 40% win rate, which makes it a challenging setup. And it got a 2.3 out of 5, which makes it a certified bad setup. So if you want to play a bad setup, I have a setup for you, and it's the one that we just played. But let's go ahead and go over our top 10 results. Oh, you're missing Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, this had Civil War as well. That's why I'm waiting for second edition. Maybe some folks can get it. I don't want to leave anybody out. All right, our top 10 for this week. 10th place was Mike H. Legendary with 8 total ranked points. Gave it a 1 out of 5. Epic Mastermind plus Horror that plays an extra cards in the villain deck plus Timer Scheme equals you're going to have a bad time. That being said, I thought we did reasonably well. There were a few turns where we generated 13 or 14 attack. Unfortunately, Mastermind was at 15. The Henchman Ambush effect seemed to hurt us more than help us, i.e. we had no discard pile, then we had to discard 3 cards. And a Master Strike was played that or the next turn. But unfortunately did not win this setup, but good try. 9th place was Fives, who also did not win with 11 total ranked points. On the first turn, they got enough attack to hit the Shadow King. I drew my 5th twist. Rough. 8th place was me, who also did not win, which means that the Shadow King and this scheme are still in the rotation. This is the second time I've lost to the scheme, by the way, in the Randomizer League. This had all the makings of a really fun setup, I said, if it wasn't for that accursed Legion Upon Legions horror. Yes. 7th place is Off the Cuff, who also did not win, with 17.5 total ranked points, who managed to hit the Mastermind twice, and all 5 strikes were played by turn 13. If only I had 10 extra turns. I've said it once and I've said it 1,000 times. Epic Masterminds are not fun in a casual play setting. And if it was just you, I would remove them. But it seems that, and you can talk about this in chat, we already voted on removing Epic Masterminds. Seems like the majority of the community wants to keep them in. The way it works is if I play a Mastermind that's Epic twice, or I lose to a Mastermind in any form twice, they cannot show up as Epic anymore. But I would love to know what you think about Epic Masterminds. Do you think, yeah, it makes sense to keep them in a fully randomized league? No, they're a bit too challenging and make it less fun than it needs to be, or what do you think? Keep going. 6th place is Joe Stone with 20 total ranked points. 5th place is KB Driven with 22 total ranked points. 1 out of 5 fun level. Anytime Legions Upon Legions is in play, you can count on it being a bad time. Epic Shadow King probably would have been beatable without that. Not much else worth saying. And 4th place is Mikey Gill 97, who also KB Driven won. I missed that, but Mikey Gill, who did not win, ranked higher than a winner just because of the way these escapes worked. And look at the stats. So Mikey got 30 turns, 27 turns for KB, did better. Mikey only had 1 escape, so the 3 escapes hurt KB a little bit, and Mikey Gill got more points per turn, and so that puts him slightly above. Making an appointment to see my local psychiatrist to tell me that Shadow King isn't real and he can't hurt me. Probably for the best. Montax is in our top 3 this week, who also won. Well done, 33 total ranked points. I managed to get 3 strikes when I didn't have a discard pile. Extremely lucky. Yeah, that'll help. Our 2nd place winner is Kyla with 34 total ranked points. By the way, if you have not signed up for the solo summer tournament, Kyla is running that as well. Did a lot of work behind the scenes to make all the sheets work for this, so check it out. Gave it a 4 out of 5, highest rating of the week, I think. Telepathic Betrayal actually saved us from losing, and the next card was the final twist. Player 1 went with Kurth with some Moon Knight, and Kyla went with Polaris and Sunspot. Legions Upon Legions caused both escapes, which sucked, but all in all, it could have gone much worse. 1st place this week goes to Lehman's Drop Top, who did win this setup with 3rd place in turns, no escapes 1st place, and a 2nd in points per turn. Also gave it a 4 out of 5 with a 35 total ranked points. Got Cloak and Dagger's rare early on, which makes Cloak and Dagger amp up Recruit and Attack. I was able to hit the extra Mastermind on turn 11. The first Master Strike came out only on turn 16. Sunspot was the Everman Everywhere. Fun match. So well done with that. I commend you all for trying this one, as it turned out to be a bad setup. So let's move on to this week, but I do want to see what you all have said regarding the epics, because I know I sparked that conversation a little bit. So Off the Cuff says he likes the system we already have. My main frustration is epics is that at times it seems like that's all we get from the randomizer. It's a 50-50 shot, so 3 in a row can easily happen. Like you could, flip 3 heads in a row, and it feels like a lot because it's 3 weeks, and they can be very tough. So Forgetsu says, to be fair, I only play against... I could do the math on that. So Forgetsu says, to be fair, I only play against Epic. Usually if I'm playing in your league, I'm too casual, not that great at the game. Well, the nice part is we're all on an even playing field because there's no hero choices. You just got to play what's there. D-Dog says, excited for the solo league. Might have to check off the randomizer league too. Yeah, well, that's what this is, so welcome. It's a lot of fun if you have the sets. I recommend it. Everybody goes into the deep end. One of the things I like about this league is because everybody is playing the exact same setup, there's a bit more of community around talking about it, because sometimes it's fun to talk about your hero choices, like for the tournament, but for the league, we just kind of commiserate or celebrate whatever we were given. Speaking of which, we have a brand new setup to play. Like I mentioned, I actually should jump over here. Are you all interested in seeing... I think I've updated this. Here are all the heroes that have not yet appeared in the Randomizer League. Let's see if I formatted this correctly. Yep, okay. So here's all the heroes that have not yet appeared. So as you can see up here, Kurth, Nova, and Storm are retired. They can no longer appear. Man-Thing is close. He is at 9 appearances. And then we have a bunch of others, all the way down into the zeros. A lot of heroes in this game. A lot of single appearances. But here are all the heroes that have not yet appeared in the Randomizer League. Oh, there's some more at the bottom, so you can't quite see those. There we go. You see that? Yeah, there we go. So here's all the heroes that have not yet appeared in the Randomizer League. And you can see Gambit is right there in the middle as the only core set representative. There are some other early heroes that have not appeared. Squirrel Girl's from Dimension. She's not appeared yet. Who else is from an earlier set? Rick Jones is from World War Hulk, kind of the middle of, or still in the early half of expansions. And most of them are from later. Havoc also hasn't appeared from the X-Men expansion. But most of them are from the later sets. So we'll see who shows up. It's randomized every time, so it could be them, could not. We got some Midnight Suns, MCU stuff, and of course all these second edition heroes are going to be added in here too. And then I don't often show this, but there's these villain groups have not appeared either. It's more likely for an always lead. We call them a led group versus a wild group. A wild group has nobody who always leads them. Those are less likely to show up. Domain of Apocalypse is a wild group from an early set, Secret Wars. So is Deadpool's Secret Wars. These have never appeared. I think these are the earliest ones that have not appeared. Army of Evil is from Revelations. That's an earlier set at this point. That could be interesting. And then Henchmen. There are still some Henchmen that have not appeared. The oldest ones are the Cape Killers from Civil War have never appeared. Sinister Clones then from Messiah Complex. And then Ultron Sentries from What If and Quantum Hound from Marvel Studios' Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yeah, Cape Killers have never randomized into a setup. It had to be somebody. It had to be somebody. So if you add all these, it adds up to the total number of either setups plus dual Henchmen setups. But as far as I can tell, they have never appeared. We also got the Mastermind and Scheme appearances too. So after I reset all the Masterminds on the left, here are all the Masterminds that I have lost to this time. I have to defeat them again. Here's all the ones that have not appeared in this new season, and then these are all the ones that I have defeated. And then we have a number of schemes that we haven't defeated yet either. These are all the ones I've lost to. The scheme I have lost to the most is the Legacy Virus. I might never win against it because in a month I'm going to be swapping it out with a new Legacy Virus, so it just might go undefeated forever. Dark Alliance, Fragment Realities, Horror of Horrors, Organized Crime Wave, Baseball Game, Insane Asylum Now, and Civil War I've lost to twice, and the rest are once. The others are 0, and then these are all the ones that we have won. And then over here are some stats. So there are 84 Masterminds remaining after the reset, 64 schemes remaining. I have, since the reset, I've won against 12 standard masterminds, lost against 2 basic masterminds, and then same for epics. My epic wins and losses are even, so I've won 50% of the epic streams, and I've won 85% of the standard mastermind stream. So that's it with that. And you can check that out at league.bageltalkgames.com. I have to update it for the last several games with the sheets, but I've already updated them with the appearances in the back end, if that makes sense. Surprised we haven't seen all the henchmen yet. There aren't that many of them. Yeah, well, most setups just use one set of henchmen. It's different than here. I know there's a bigger pool of heroes and villains, but those use 2 and then usually 5. So they're more like the masterminds and schemes in that way, in which you're just going to randomize 1. And then a lot of the masterminds lead henchmen. So those inflate the appearances of those henchmen as well. So Cape Killers aren't led by anybody. Wait, are Cape Killers from... Yeah, they're from Civil War. That was right. They don't... Not led by anybody, so less likely they're going to show up. But it could be today. Let's go ahead and get into today. I'm going to randomize the setup right now. So now is your chance to will into existence who you think you want to see or who will show up in this setup today. And I'll hit the randomize button, I'll get the cards, and we'll play whatever comes up, no matter how unforgiving. Again, second edition will not be added for another month, so there's a chance for some first edition stuff to be played for the last time. We'll see if that happens. We got our final blow set up. And all Marvel sets. Okay, I'm gonna hit that button. Let me see what you call. So D-Dog's calling Hood. The Hood would be fun. I like what he does. He's not too tough, but he's an engaging mastermind. Maybe we'll see all the stuff we haven't seen yet. Could get Gambit, Havoc, Cape Killers. Who knows? Here's our old setup right here. We got a month left for Gambit. It's now or never. If he's gonna make a dramatic final entrance, late entrance, this is the time. Ghost Rider 2099, I would love to see that. Some of my favorite hero sets that aren't considered the most powerful, I like Super Skrull, I like No Name Brood Queen, I like, who else? There's some new ones. I also like Ghost Rider 2099. I would like to see some more. I'd like to try Elsa Bloodstone from Midnight Suns again. The original Daredevil is fun in the right setup. All right, here we go. Time to randomize. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and... Wow, I felt like we just fought Poison Thanos. Good news, though, it's not Epic Poison Thanos. I do love this scheme that'll provoke the Sovereign Warfleet. We do have Secret Wars Black Bolt. And Speedball. And White Tiger. So this could go horribly wrong or very, very well. This is a decent chance to eliminate Poison Thanos. So let's see if we can do it. Any thoughts on this setup while I get it together? Love the scheme. I really do love the scheme. You couldn't stay away. Poison Thanos. Speedball's here. And I have tokens for this scheme. Okay, poisons. Spider friends. Oh, we got some villains in here. Streets of New York. Okay. I think I used Speedball like a month ago. I think. And let's get our heroes. Black Bolt, Captain Carter, Red Guardian, Speedball, and White Tiger. How many, So, yeah, Captain Carter looks at those icons, and, I think that's gonna work well with Black Bolt, actually. Red Guardian. Speedball and White Tiger. Okay, now... I just need the scheme and we're good to go. All right, I've got it. So, let's get this stuff all together. As we know, Poison Thanos is really tough. If the his symbiote armor shows up, he has to get hit even more, and he is going to take some of my non-gray heroes. However, much more forgiving on the epic side. That is his full name. And his Realm of Kings set is better, but we are going to be stuck with his original set. Depending on the cards I take, it might not be so bad. Red Guardian is wonderful. I think he's the best hero here in raw ability. He requires covert heroes, and Speedball has some. I think that's it. Hey, Sinjack29, thank you so much for the 9 months of subs with the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, it looks like Montag's here to 3-stream streak again. That's exciting. Forgot he gives me that. Strong Guy is not here, but I would love to see him. If you're just way behind on the stream, give it a refresh. If you're at that point where I was asking for ones. But, and White Tiger is the odd one out. There's a lot her hero set does that I like. She has that one card that's a bit rough, but it might work out in the weirdest of ways. Who knows? And let me get my villain deck put together, and then we'll do our overview. 2-player, two-handed takes a little bit more setup. Tiger and Carter might not be so bad. Yes, with all the different cost symbols, might be a good thing. We got extra Spider-Man in the villain deck. We got Poison Spider-Man, and we got the Spider Friends. I will shout out, speaking of Firestar here, if you thought, hey, I wish there was a Firestar expansion. Well, there is an unofficial one being tested right now this week in the Custom Legendary Unity Guild on the Discord. It is Rio Firestar's project I'm shouting out. It is the feature project of this week in the Clug. If you want to go take a look and give some feedback, if you like Firestar, that would be very helpful. Check that out. Because this is the only representation of Firestar we have in Legendary right now. So I think she deserves a hero set, don't you think? All right, let's add our brand new strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And like I said, we'll use those wonderful 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Those wonderful what if scheme twists. And 2 bystanders to the villain deck. And then I'll do some shuffling as I do the overview. Hiding the setup for now. You can take a look at it at any time. And then I've got my Sovereign Omnicraft tokens. I like them a lot. I believe Snatchcat sourced these from the concept art. From the Guardians art book. Those are going to be fun. Okay, let's do our overview real quick. Time to fight Poison Thanos again, and here he is. Here's standard Poison Thanos today, who gets +1 attack for each different cost among cards in his Poison Souls pile. Master Strike is each player reveals their hand and puts one of their non-gray heroes next to Thanos in a Poisoned Souls pile. So one hero from your hand, or in play, it's one of your non-gray heroes whenever the strike happens. So if the strikes happen early, that'll be great. If I get some sidekicks or officers I'm more willing to get rid of, that'll be helpful too. So there's that. He was provoking a civil war. Now he's provoking the Sovereign Warfleet. I think he wants war so he can find a good time to come and eat all the symbiotes, and I'm not surprised. I do see a theme. There is definitely a theme. He's doing the same pose as Doom on the playmat, by the way. Pretty much. How do you shuffle? Like this. This is how I shuffle the cards. I used to do stack shuffles, but that took too long. I didn't really net very different results, so I just, do the hand over hand thing. Okay. And then we got the scheme, provoke, not promote. I don't want to promote them. I want to provoke them. Oh, they're provoking them. What do I want to do? I want to stop the provoking. 11 twist, add an extra villain group, which we did. Twist. This twist enters the city as a 2-attack Sovereign Omnicraft. Villain worth 1 VP with fight. You get +1 recruit. Each player shuffles all twists from their victory piles back into the villain deck. Play another card from the villain deck. So evil wins win 3. Omnicraft escape. So for fun, here's what I'm going to do. I have the actual scheme twists in here, but when I shuffle them back in, they're going to be the Omnicraft tokens. So they'll slowly start taking over in the villain deck as the Omnicraft. It won't make a mechanical difference. It's just for fun and flavor. So there's our shuffled villain deck. Put that over there. The scheme's not too tough. It does fill the city up real quick. And then at a certain point, on a twist, you shuffle them in and play another card, so they're going to overrun at a certain point. The goal is to keep the city clear, so some early attack is going to be beneficial. I am going to want some big attack and some great synergy to get there to hit Poison Thanos. Plus, I have to remember the Omnicraft give me 1 recruit, so I don't have to go as heavy into recruit as I would normally do. But of course, I don't want to get recruit locked. Well, that's a good thing to figure out. Let me adjust my tracker, and then we will be good to go on all of that. So we have... Maybe someday I'll have a button... Whoops. As I smash the whole table down. I have a button that says, oh, this scheme, it'll automatically fill in how many twists, but I don't have that yet, or what else to track. So I'll have to track Omnicraft escaped. And I lose at 3, which is a lot more than it sounds like is comfortable. Believe me. I'm glad I'm giving some extra time for this one. I think it's going to take some more focus, but I think everybody will enjoy this. Okay, so we should all be good to go on the tracking. As far as my starters, like I said, I'm going to be using first edition on the left and second edition on the right for the near future, for the foreseeable future, because I like them the best. I used to use Hydra, but that was confusing with the team icons and all that. So here we go, 1 and 2, perfect. And we can get started. I think I have a decent chance of eliminating Poison Thanos. Not the toughest scheme to match him up against, and it's on his epic side. And by the way, he will never appear as epic again, even if I lose, because this is his second or third appearance. I can't track. Thank you for taking the time to explain stuff. Appreciate it as an inexperienced player. You're welcome. I want these streams to be very inclusive for everybody who's a veteran of the game or brand new. And thank you so much for the sub. If you have any questions for the Prime sub, appreciate that. Please shout out any questions you have. There are no bad questions here. I want to explain everything possible. Makes it more fun to enjoy the game. All right, on the left-hand side, our first hand is going to be... Montex has appeared ready to go right now. I got a 3 and 3 on the left. I'm getting that a lot lately. Right-hand side is going to start with... Love using these new cards. And it's a classic 4 and 2. Second edition has to learn how to not do that standard hand. That's all right. We will see how this goes. All right, folks. No time like the present. Let's begin this game. Here we are, starting with turn number 1 against Poison Thanos provokes the Sovereign Warfleet. Let's go. All kinds of stuff still on the board. I gotta clean my ceiling or something. What is happening? Okay, turn 1 is going to give us... Wait, why can't I see the board? Oh, I know what happened. I have a layer. Where's the layer? There we go. I turned it off. Okay, turn 1 is going to be Poison Storm coming in first. Poison Storm's got 2 attack and fight. This symbiote bonds with a villain or the rooftops on the bridge. If already bonded or unable to bond, gain this as a hero instead. That just means it's going to basically combine with another villain in the city and make it harder to hit, which you'll see. And becomes a cool hero that helps me against the Mastermind. I forgot to fill up the HQ. Let me do that real quick. We got Speak No Words, Black Bolt. This is the card with no rules text that works with this other one. We got Sleeper Agent Red Guardian. We got another Sleeper Agent Red Guardian. We got Dark Influence of the Hand White Tiger, and we have Destructive Whisper Black Bolt. So I can see a pretty good range deck going together. I think Speedball has a range trigger, so it might benefit me to do that. These cards do some cool stuff, so let me go ahead and read what they do after I play my recruit. So I've got 1 and 2 and 3, and I can fight Poison Storm 2 this turn, which I'm actually going to do first. So here we go. There we go. All right, into the sewers. So the cool thing about fighting Poison Storm right now is that she's basically a henchman. There's nobody to bond with, so I'd gain her immediately as a hero, and she does have that range. So I can start building a range deck and get 2 range cards on turn 1, 2 range heroes. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and fight Poison Storm and gain her as a hero immediately, which was great. Now with the recruit, I have some guiding to know what to do. So starting with Red Guardian Sleeper Agent. I think about lots of mechanics is the randomizer is going to throw a lot of different keywords and mechanics at you, so it's one of the most complicated ways to play it, but I will explain everything as we go. So Sleeper Agent gives 2 recruit and a cost of 3. It has 1 recruited, send this under cover, which means as soon as you recruit it, it goes to your victory pile. How do you get it out of there? Look at the next part. When you fight a villain, you may unleash this card from undercover, which means it goes out of your victory pile into your hand. So the cool thing is you can kind of bank on Red Guardian and bring him out all at once when you want to use him. And then Covert, draw card. So again, I think I'm going to want to build a Covert deck for Red Guardian. Left side can go with range. 2 other range cards I can take though. We got Dark Influence of the Hand White Tiger. Oh yes, if you have 2nd edition, you have a keyword reference guide that has all the keywords in the game. Great for reference. If you like typing stuff in, I do have a keyword bot on the Discord that does the same thing. So whatever is most helpful to you. This White Tiger's got Dodge, which means I can discard it to draw a new card. Dark Memories, which buffs it based on hero classes in the discard pile. And then once this turn, you may fight the top card of the bystander deck. If it were a 3-attack hand and just henchman villain with fight, you get +1 recruit, rescue this as a bystander. This will work actually really nicely with the Sovereign Omnicraft, with giving me ways to get recruit from fighting, even though it's not a great conversion rate. And then finally, there's all the keywords in one place without having to have a website open. In a physical game, it's nice to have a physical guide. I will say that for sure, if you want to try to unplug for a sec. So Black Bolt's Destructive Whisper gives me +1 attack if I reveal 4 cards with no rules text. This is a very good early attack card because your starters have no rules text. And enough of these early enough might let me actually hit the Mastermind or nothing else clear the city. It's going to be worse as the game goes on unless I take Speak No Words, which will work for both a ranged and covert deck. But because of that, I'm going to take it now. It's actually, people think it's one of the worst cards in the game, and it can be, but in the early game, it's one of the best because it's almost always going to be 3 for 3. So I'm going to take it right now. I might regret it later, but it'll help in a scheme where you want to keep the city clear. It's a good pickup. So yeah, basically I got 6 costs worth of cards in the first turn of a game, which is really good. Although there is some guy who's going to try to take them, so I got to watch out for that. Here's our 4 and 2 on the right-hand side, and okay, so my buttons here are not switching. Let me go back to. Oh wait, I'm gonna try something else. So hold on, I think I have the wrong button here. So give me a second. I'm gonna test something out. I'm on right-hand turn 2. I'm gonna press this now. There we go. Okay. I have 2 identical buttons. They look the same, but they do different things. Only one of them shows the correct camera, so let me swap that out real quick. Behind the scenes. Okay, so we'll go back to turn 2, and we'll be good to go. Apologies for that. All right, here we go. Turn number 2 is going to give us our first scheme twist of the game. Twist. This twist enters the city as a 2-attack Sovereign Omnicraft villain with 1 VP with fight. You get +1 recruit, and here is our Omnicraft right here doing just that. Good early, big ask for +1 fight later game. Yes, for sure. But I have a card for Thanos to take without really worrying about it too much, you know? Thinking the big game here. I'm sacrificing Black Bolt later, but I didn't tell him that, so he can help me now. Each player shuffles all twists from the victory piles back into the villain deck, then play another card from the villain deck. So you do play another card from the villain deck no matter what. That's going to happen right now. By the way, I'll be clear. You can tell that's not the case. It always does that because in the quotes, it just says, fight, you get +1 recruit. That means that's the only text on the actual villain. Then you keep doing the rest. That can be confusing to some folks. Next up is the computer hacker bystander, who lets you draw an extra card at the end of your turn. And this is going to be captured by the Sovereign Omnicraft itself. And that is where that cycle is going to end. So all I have here are 4 recruit and 2 attack. Yes, but it's a good thing, Tech Fiend, because it's standard Poison Thanos. It's against a scheme that's fun and I don't think is too tough. We got some decent heroes. This is our chance to eliminate him from the randomizer. And I got Poison Storm on turn 1, so I'm feeling pretty good about it so far, to be completely honest with you. Good news is I can actually fight the Omnicraft for 2, which means I'll have a total of 5 recruit, which means I can pick up this 5-cost card, which is Camouflage Huntress White Tiger. Whenever you defeat a henchman this turn, you may KO one of those cards. Unfortunately, the Sovereign Omnicraft are not henchmen. But the good news is we do have 10 henchmen in this setup, and I just forgot what they were. The henchmen are the Khonshu Guardians, which do have KO power. So this is extra KO power before they've even shown up. That's a great pickup, but I can't get it yet. So let's go over to the sewers. They're 2 attack, so I will go ahead and fight this one to get that extra recruit. Great pickups in the early game. Again, I hope they don't get stolen. So fight, you get +1 recruit. So I get that +1 recruit, and I get to draw an extra card at the end of this turn, which means a reshuffle, though it does mean there's a chance I might lose my card to Thanos. So we'll see if my gamble pays off. With 5 recruit, once again, I can go ahead and pick up Camouflage Huntress, which is a covert card that'll be great for working with Red Guardian. Red Guardian is also a hero. I just realized this. Red Guardian's a great hero to use against Poison Thanos because he'll be safe from ending up in the Poison Souls pile until he is unleashed from undercover. Gotta keep that in mind too, and Captain Carter has appeared. A lot of cool, interesting things are happening in this setup I didn't expect. Only on turn 2, I'm realizing. Okay, we're gonna end this turn. I do get 7 cards on the right. So I would hope for more recruit. I did mention this earlier. 2nd edition is gonna be added in about a month, so I think July 30th is the date to give people time not only to play it, but get familiar with the set. But it will be added. I got what I wanted here. I got all the 2nd edition cards that are not the main cards. So the board I'm using, obviously, and the some of the support cards in there. We got Daring Sidekicks, we got Specialist Officers in here right now. Okay, turn 3. This would have been a great turn for a Master Strike, but it is a Khonshu Guardian. Here's the way they work while on the sewers, rooftops, or bridge. This is in wolf form. It gets +2 attack, fight, KO one of your heroes. We didn't make a custom token for these, and I think the reason is they change so often it probably wouldn't be worth it to swap those out. So we can just put counters on them. So in the sewers, they are in wolf form, so they do have 5 attack while they are here. Makes it tougher to use that White Tiger card, what have you. So play all my cards. I got 5 recruit and 1 attack. And this is my range side. So again, I could take Speak No Words to try to make it more likely that Black Bolt card would work. And maybe give another card I'm not too worried about getting rid of. Plus, this will work nicely with Captain Carter. We got Dark Influence, which I went over already. And then finally, we have a new card, Wartime Logistics Captain Carter. 1+ recruit, and you get +1 recruit for each different printed recruit number among all your heroes. 1+ is the same printed number as 1. So the cool thing about this is, what I have so far, I have Destructive Whisper. I have only 1 symbol, which is 1. But if I get Speak No Words, then Wartime Logistics, that'll be 2 different numbers. She can't ramp up as well as Core Cap can, but it can be pretty good. I think, though, I do want to take Speak No Words right now, because, again, this will work with the Black Bolt card, and it's a bit more expensive. I could take 2 cards, a Wartime Logistics or a Dark Influence and a Sidekick, but I'm going to go with more Black Bolt for the early game, again, so I have stuff for Thanos to take later on, even though I have a leftover recruit. Oh, I totally missed to turn on, like, a pair of lights. What's wrong with me? I'm missing so much today. Okay. There we go. That's a bit better. So Red Guardian showed up again. Right-hand side has a lot of stuff to take. And let's see what the new hand over here is going to look like. It's going to be... Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, plus that Black Bolt card is a lot of early recruit as well. I gotta move my buttons a little bit. Make some more room. Okay, this big, decently sized recruit hand is going to give me on turn 4 Poison Captain America, who when you fight him, symbiote bonds with another villain in the city. If already bonded or unable to bond, gain this as a hero instead. Would be advantageous to clear the city first, which would be a little easier because in the bank, the Khonshu Guardians are only 3 attack. I do have 5 recruit to start with. Nothing I can fight for 2 attacks, so let's just look at my recruit options. I have 3 Red Guardians, so I think I'm only going to take one of these Red Guardians and a sidekick if I can. So once again, Red Guardian here says, when recruited, send this undercover. So I'm going to recruit him for 3 and send him undercover. Okay. So he's in my victory pile. And when I fight a villain, I may unleash him from undercover. To keep track of that, I'm going to use this. If I can find my covert counters, I'm going to use those. How am I finding every class except... Okay. So let's... I'm not really using this space over here. And we know that covert's only on one side. So I'm going to do this to indicate that there's one covert undercover. Right? So look forward to that later. When I fight a villain, I can bring him out. It's going to be to my best. I should probably wait until some strikes have happened if I can to make that happen. With 2 recruit left, nothing in the HQ for me. So we're going to spend 2 recruit on the sidekick. And it's going to be boom boom for some early recruit and wounds if I want. And our new hand is here. I do have them whenever you defeat a henchman. Unfortunately, the Khonshu Guardian is going to be buffed in the rooftops next turn, but if I let them get pushed by a scheme twist or something, that'll be helpful. So far, so interesting. I like what's happening so far. Turn 5, another Khonshu Guardian's pushing in. So now, this Guardian and the one in the rooftops gets the buff. So they're both at 5 attack. Which is unfortunate, because I have 3 attack this turn. Got 1. So 3 attack here with these 3. And again, the Khonshu Guardian is in the wrong place for me to fight them. I do have 2 recruit here. 3, 4, 5. Right there. Hello, Flawless Bagel. Not all of us can be as flawless as you. I've got 5 recruit for this side. I have the range cards on. Once again, I could take Wartime Logistics. It won't really pay dividends yet. Or I could go with Dark Influence of the Hand. I could have used it this turn because, again, I had nothing to fight with that extra attack to get extra recruit. And I could always dodge it. So I'm going to go with Dark Influence of the Hand for 3. See what else pops up. And one more. Which cards do you like the best? I'll tell you what set they're from. Sidekick for me. It's going to be a standard sidekick. And then I have nothing to fight, so that's going to be my turn. Maybe I'll have a better turn coming up. That's a lot of attack. That's actually towards the Mastermind specifically. That's 2, 4, 5. I do have 4 cards in the rules tech, so that's 1 more attack. Probably won't fight the Mastermind that turn, but could get some good stuff. Turn number 6 is Bullseye from Streets of New York, which I forgot were in here. It has fight. You've got something to fight, you don't have the attack to do so. You're going to be like that, huh? I don't have something I can fight. KO one of your heroes with a recruit icon and one of your heroes with an attack icon. It's okay, we're card game players. We're all pedantic to some degree, or else we couldn't play. this is you gotta fight this when you have the starters, so earlier is better. And they lose their buffs, and I have Camouflage Huntress. So unfortunately I can only fight one, but I'll take the KO. So we'll start with Camouflage Huntress, and 3 attack. Whenever I defeat a henchman this turn, I can KO one of my cards. A wonderful card to get early. Where's my threshold? Okay. Trying to figure out where can I put my awesome buttons so I have more room for my cards. I'm finding myself running out of room somehow. Okay, that should work. Sorry for the distraction. So, yes, I'm going to fight one of these Khonshu Guardians right now. Let's fight the one in the bank. Don't have a great reason, except that'll prevent that one from getting pushed, but yeah, that's what I want to do. Let's go ahead and fight the Khonshu Guardians for 3, and I get 2 KOs. So first, well actually, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Agent and then Agent first. Then I'll fight the Khonshu Guardians for that 3 that I already spent. And then I get to KO one of my heroes for the Khonshu Guardian, one of my cards for the Camouflage Huntress. So let's go ahead and KO both shield agents. Early KOs are great. I've got another shield agent, and I've got 2 more troopers for 2 attack. That isn't going to go anywhere. Let's take... So I did defeat a villain this turn. I can unleash Sleeper Agent from undercover, which would give me 5 recruit, but not enough. If I take this other Sleeper Agent, I can unleash them at the same time to maybe get myself a rare when they show up. But I'm going to go ahead and spend 3 to recruit Sleeper Agent, and then that will send it undercover as well, which means I've got 2 right here. And I got Magnetic Shield Red Guardian, 2 attack. Canonize, you might want to refresh your stream, or I think you're a bit behind, but yes, you're right. I often forget to do that, but I caught myself this time. So this one, when you recruit another covert hero, you may unleash this card from undercover. Bit of a different condition, but you can do it. So this deck is staying pretty thin because I got 2 Red Guardian cards sitting in the victory pile for me. Yeah, no worries. Was it an accidental all caps? I haven't decided whether or not to turn that off, because sometimes people want to use all caps for emphasis for exciting things, but then some people will actually spam with it and use it as yelling. So okay, so turn 8 is going to be... I can get enough attack to fight something if I want to. Wait. Oh, this is my discard pile. I moved things around. Like, why do I have so many cards? When I was adjusting the buttons. Here's my hand. You're making me want to try 2099 in Weapon X again. Both great sets. I think it would be a good thing. Turn 7 is Poison Scarlet Witch. Oh, I mentioned her earlier, and now she's here. So 2 attack and fight this symbiote bonds with another villain of the city with an odd numbered cost. Sorry, odd numbered attack. If already bonded or unable to bond, gain this as a hero instead. So the Khonshu Guardians are still not buffed, but I can fight Bullseye this turn and KO 2 Greys, so that sounds like something I want to do. Let's look at what I've got. Starting with Destructive Whisper, 2 attack plus 1 attack if I reveal 4 cards with no rules text, and I do have 4 cards here with no rules text, 4 starters. That's why I said he's pretty good early. So I'm going to go ahead and take Destructive Whisper's attack. I got 1 more from that. And then I've got Poison Storm, which gives me 2 attack plus 2 more against the Mastermind. I'm not going to get to 12 attack this turn. Otherwise, that would be nice. And then 1 more attack. And I'll play all 3 agents. 1, 2, 3. Here's what I've got. I got 6 attack, and I've got 3 recruit. I'd rather save the Khonshu Guardians for when I can actually use White Tiger again for the extra KO. If I fight Captain America, he's going to symbiote bond. If I fight Scarlet Witch, he's going to symbiote bond. But if I fight Bullseye, I not only can afford to do it, but I get to KO one of my agents and one of my troopers, which won't be the case later on. So I'm going to take advantage of that. Taking out Bullseye for 6, which leaves me with no attack, but I get 2 KOs. So 1 trooper, all... Oh, I have an agent under here. I'm going to save on... Hold on to Montax. I think you're helping me out. So I'm going to get rid of... especially what happened after last time in the second edition streams. KO both of those. So really doing the deck thinning well early on. And then with 3 recruit here, I don't want to take Red Guardian on here on this side, so I think it's time for a wartime logistics. I could use some extra recruit, and I'll probably get some more symbols. Honestly, she'd be better for the other side because Red Guardian's got that 2 printed attack, or printed recruit and attack. More speak no. Am I building a Black Bolt deck with no rules text? I never do that, but he keeps showing up. What if I let Thanos take all the cards with rules text on it? And then I just end up with just Black Bolt cards. But here's the thing, Black Bolt can't really draw. So even if I take all his Speak No Words and then all his other commons, his 1 common is going to get in the way of his own common because that card has rules text saying to not count count cards with the rules text. So there's diminishing returns there too. That'd be really funny if that's what I end up doing. Again, Poison Thanos wants different costs in his Bound Souls pile. Or his Poison Souls pile, his Bound Souls are the other ones. So as long as I keep the different costs to a minimum, if I recruit the same kind of card over and over, that'll help. It's a fun strategy. I ran it successfully before, but it does work a lot better with Proxima Midnight. It definitely does work better with Proxima Midnight. Yeah, it works a lot better, his gimmick, in Realm of Kings, I think. Wait a second, did I take White Tiger on this side? Yes, I did. Okay. I haven't mixed up my sides yet. I'm doing okay. Turn 8. A lot of poison showing up early. Poison Hulk shows up. His fight effect, he symbiote bonds with a henchman villain in the city. If already bonded or unable to bond, gain this as a hero instead. So there's an order of operations in which I can fight these. So it would be Khonshu Guardians first. Then it would be Poison Hulk, who wouldn't bond. Then it would be Scarlet Witch, who wouldn't bond. And then it would be Cap, who wouldn't bond. So if I do it in that order, that'll work. But that assumes nobody else shows up. Let's determine if I'm going to play... which Boom Boom effect I'm going to play here. So I got 2 attack from the Troopers. I got 1, 2, 3 attack from the Agents. I really like the look of these new Agents and Troopers, just saying. Then we got Boom Boom, who can generate 1, 3, or 4 attack, depending on what I'm choosing to accept. So 1 attack will give me 3. That let me fight Poison Scarlet Witch, but she would just bond with the Guardians, and if I fought the Guardians, I'd lose out on the other Henchman effect. Boomer would give me a total of 5 attack, and I could do that first action and fight Poison Hulk. But again, he would bond if I didn't take the Guardians first. If I did Meltdown, I would get a total of 6 attack, and I could fight the Guardians, and then Poison Scarlet Witch, who would bond with Poison Hulk. If I did do Boom Boom and I fought the Khonshu Guardians, I still would get 1 KO, and I would still have plenty of future KOs to get with those other henchmen. Because if they get to the bridge, they're going to be 5 attack permanently until they escape, in which I can't fight them anymore. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do Time Bomb, get +1 attack, and put her on top of my deck. And then I'm going to go over to the streets and fight the Khonshu Guardians for 3 and KO a single one of my heroes, which is going to be... I have lots of Red Guardians I can unleash at the right time, so I'm going to keep getting rid of Agents. And I could unleash one of these 2 Sleeper Agents right now, but I'm going to wait, because if there's a rare I want to get, I'm going to wait for that. So that cost me my 3 attack. And, let's see. Am I missing a trooper? What happened to it? Did I not play it? Am I forgetting something I did? I had a 3 and 3, right? Anyway, with 3 recruit, I can get into wartime logistics here. But what am I going to do with that? That's right, Boom Boom. Every time a card leaves my site, sometimes I forget object permanent skills, and they're just gone. It happens with sidekicks. It happens with cards that go out of time. I move on to the next thing. And in light of my faults here, TechFiend has subscribed with Prime for 15 months. Thank you so much, TechFiend. Apparently I needed that. I gotta take some deep breaths so I don't forget what happened literally 5 seconds ago. Anyway, I could take Wartime Logistics, or I could take the other Sleeper Agent for 3 recruit. I like the idea of Sleeper Agent. That's a 3rd Sleeper Agent I've stacked up, so I could literally, if I fight something, I could pretty much get a rare with 1 Shield Agent. And that sounds fun to me, so I'm going to go ahead and recruit Sleeper Agent, which will once again send it undercover. And that's going to be my 3rd Sleeper Agent sent undercover. If I fight a single villain, I can unleash them all at once. And that's 6 recruit. And I get to draw a bunch of cards. And there's Red Guardian's non-covert card. Death was only a ruse. This one won't cancel Master Strikes, but it'll activate off of Master Strikes. This would be a decent card to unleash cards for. But it's not a rare. Only if I'm getting desperate. There's Boom Boom again. Sorry I forgot about you. Okay, cool. I'm hoping Henchmen show up at this point because I would like to get some more KOs with White Tiger. On to my left side. Turn 9 is... There we go. That's what I asked for. Another Henchman. Making it harder because of the bondings. This will be my first time playing with Red Guardians. That'll be fun. Yeah, he's a ton of fun. One of the best hero sets in the latter half of Marvel Legendary for sure. Some people don't like the undercover thing. Does require a little bit of extra tracking. I'm a big fan though. No worries. If you are going to get sets, I would prioritize the older ones. Those are the ones that are most likely to go out of print first. The older and the larger a set is, I think it's the more likely. All right, let's see what I've got. We have Speak No Words, which is just going to give me 2 recruit and 1 attack. Then I'll play all my starter cards here. We got 1, 2, 3 agents and 1 trooper. And then we have... How often do they make extra print runs? Very infrequently. What got reprinted? Dark City got reprinted once after many years of being out of print. Fantastic Four got reprinted. Civil War got a very shortly run reprint. And I think that's it that we know about. Secret Wars Volume 2 got a weird reprint on a second-party seller site. And we know that because Jean Grey's cards got updated. Time-traveling Jean Grey. But yeah, reprints are few and far between, so don't expect them. At least, it's not like Marvel Champions, where those guys have said, we are not reprinting these sets ever again. Upper Deck has not said that, so they kind of leave it open to a big maybe. We'll see. Dark Influence of the Hand has Dodge Dark Memories, and then I can fight a top card of the bystander stack for 3 attack. Let me see how much I'm going to get. So I'm going to play this for nothing. By the way, yeah, White Tiger is going to be good with Captain Carter, because 0+ is a printed attack. Yes, and if you try to get sets that are out of print, go to the Discord. Sometimes there's people who will help you get those sets, even if they've been out of print for a while. So Dark Memories counts, gets +1 attack for each different hero class in my discard pile. My discard pile is empty. So it looks like I'm maxed out on 2 attack this turn, unless I dodge and get something else. And I think I'm going to dodge, because otherwise this card doesn't do anything this turn. So to dodge this card, all I got to do is discard it and draw a new one. So that's what I'm going to do. Discard it and draw a new one. And it is the Sidekick. So that's great. Sidekick will let me draw 2 more cards. So I'll do that and draw 2, 1, and 2. All right, this made things a bit better. I got the Shield Agent for 1 more recruit. And I got Wartime Logistics, +1 recruit for each printed recruit number amongst all my heroes. So I have... Now this is the part that always trips me up. Captain Carter gives you 1 recruit base, because she has a printed 1 recruit. And then you do the effect. For some reason, I want to combine those 2 so that she only provides 1. She actually gives you 2 total recruit. 1 for the printed, and 1 for having the 1 printed recruit. So I get a 2nd recruit from her. Yes, and 3 total, like TechFiend says, because I have a 2 printed recruit over here. So that's another one. I should be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 recruit total, which is a really fun number of recruit. I don't have a rare in the HQ, unfortunately, but what I can do is I can take both Speak No Words and again really try to lean into Black Bolt's no text thing, or I can pick up Death Was Only a Ruse. But even though I can afford it, it is still a lot better for the Red Guardian side. I do have Covert over here. And it can send things undercover. And it would be better to take this card earlier than later. Because if Master Strikes happen, right-hand side's not going to have an opportunity to get this next turn. You know what? Yeah, I could either A, get Death Was Only a Ruse here and go for the I should take this now because a strike is going to happen any minute, and then I can bring him out. And I do have more Covert with the divided cards than I thought I would. Or B, I can get Speak No Words, because otherwise, where are those cards going to go, you know? And I get a 2 cost, or if I can get a 5 cost that pops up. But if I get enough Speak No Words, I'm going to have enough Recruit to get Death Was Only a Ruse if I need to later. So, alright, I'm going to go with Speak No Words. We'll lean into this strategy. Oh! Black Bolt Supersonic Scream, which, if it was 1 card earlier, I could have gotten. For each card with no rules text you play this turn, draw a card. This is actually great news, though, because this justifies my Speak No Words pickups. Because now that this is here, this is really going to actually help me more than this rare has ever helped me before, which is very, very funny. Big, thank you for 27 months of the Prime sub. That's a lot of months. I appreciate you. Strategy validated. Yes, let's keep going. Let's pick up the other Speak No Words for 4 more. This is very funny. I just hope Thanos doesn't steal them. And we got Amulets of the Tiger God, which is a pretty rough card, I think. 2 recruit. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Draw one of them that costs 0 and discard the rest. Because I'm thinning my deck so much on the right, it's not really going to do much. So I don't know what to do with this card at this point. We're going to have a full city, though, and I'm a little worried about that. But as long as it's not Omnicrafted Escape, I'll be fine, even though it'll hurt my score. I should do some fighting. Alright. Unfortunately, the only unleashing I can do are recruit. Hello. Turn 10. Okay, good news and bad news. The good news is it doesn't advance the city. The bad news is the Mastermind's not hard to fight, but this is kind of an inevitability. So Symbiotic Armor have Ambush. This symbiote bonds with the Mastermind. When you fight the Mastermind, defeat Symbiotic Armor and KO one of your heroes instead of taking a tactic. You know what's real funny is if you're playing the brand new Enshrouded Identity scheme and there is no Mastermind, when you play this, they enter the city, they fail to ambush, and they stay in the city as a 1-attack villain. I would love to have that happen at some point, but that was not the case. So, we're going to pop the Symbiotic Armor right here next to Poison Thanos to remind you it's there. We'll just scoot it over. And, yeah, if I fight him, that's what happens. Okay. 1-attack villain. Yeah, I mean, that'll be fun if that happens. Very nice deal for the player. Again, Camouflage Huntress is going to load up those extra KOs if I defeat Henchmen, which I could, even though they didn't get pushed. Do you pick Mastermind before or after? You are supposed to randomize it at the time that it's supposed to show up, because if you do it early, you would know. Now, if you randomize it on a randomizer like Legendary Leagues, it will pick the Mastermind for you, but it won't reveal it to you until it's time to reveal it when you tell it. I played it on Wednesday. It was a ton of fun. I can't wait to see it in the randomizer specifically. Okay, I've got a Trooper, and I've got a Trooper for 5, and I've got Boom Boom. Now, I have enough to hit the Khonshu Guardians, which will give me 2 KOs. Would you still get the fight effect because you're not hitting a master when you fight it? There is no fight effect on the armor? You mean on the symbiote armor? It's not a. It says when you fight the Mastermind. Actually, yes. Here's what would happen. If this was in the city and you didn't fight it, and then the Mastermind came out later and it was still in the city, the second part of the text would apply. When you fight the Mastermind, defeat symbiotic armor and KO one of your heroes instead of taking a tactic. That text, as far as I'm concerned, would still apply even when it wasn't bonded, but you'd have no reason not to fight this for 1 to get rid of it before that happened. You know? I think. It doesn't say if it's bonded. Boom Boom is from Messiah Complex. She's one of the, I think, 7 special sidekicks that came with that set. It is in print, it gives you sidekicks, and it is one of the most fun sets in the entire run of Marvel Legendary. Not just my opinion, I think that's what folks are saying in the in the tier list we did. Anyway, speaking of her, I gotta figure out what to do. I'm definitely gonna fight the Khonshu Guardians for double KO, so let me go ahead and do that first. Even though it's in wolf form, it's still worth it. Let me play both agents, 1, 2. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take out the Khonshu Guardians for 5, KO one of my heroes. I'm gonna get rid of more agents. Maybe I shouldn't, but again, I have those red guardians to bring out. And then another one for Camouflage Huntress. A lot of deck thinning. Even if you don't know the story, even if you don't know X-Men, it's a very good set. Again, Boom Boom's here. So, if I did a Meltdown, I could fight Poison Scarlet Witch, or if I did Boomer, I could fight Poison Scarlet Witch. There's nobody else odd-numbered, and it would be a covert card that would be great to pick up. So I think I'm going to swap out Boom Boom for Poison Scarlet Witch. Oh, I'm sure Batman with Investigate is an inevitability. He already investigates in his... I think his core set does look at stuff. Let me actually check. I think it does. So... Batman. KO a card. No, he doesn't actually. He just draws cards and KOs cards and batarangs, but I'm sure he's eventually going to do that. Wouldn't be surprised at all. I'm sure a Batman expansion is going to be one of the first expansions too. And mark my words on that. I'm going to play Boomer. I get 3 attack. Okay, Boomer, and put this in the bottom of the sidekick stack. So I got 3 attack there. Let's go over to Poison Scarlet Witch. And again, fight this symbiote bonds with another villain in the city with an odd numbered attack. 4. Oh, it's going to bond with Hulk. I forgot that. Do I want that to happen? I have no reason to let that happen. Let me take that back. Never mind. I missed Hulk there. So do I play Boom Boom at all? I'm at -3 attack. No, I'm not. Okay. Yeah, because I can't do it. I'm gonna instead play a Time Bomb, put her on top. Change of plans. She almost ultra reality got me with that one. With 2 recruit, I can get a sidekick though. So let's see who I get. It is a new Daring sidekick. First time I've played one in the Randomizer League. So Daring sidekicks are just like the new recruits from villains, if you're familiar with those. 1 attack, draw a card, return it. Great. I don't know if I did this, but I'm gonna do that. And that is the turn. This can't be... Oh, this goes to my discard pile. Wait. Discard pile. Oh, it is! It's a full shuffle. Look how thin my deck is. There's barely anything in it. I've KO'd all these... because I've KO'd all the agents, and I've sent Red Guardian undercover. This is my entire deck, aside from these cards. There's almost nothing in here. It might be the same way. I might send Magnetic Shield and Death is Only a Ruse undercover too. I know. Like, why does my deck feel so thin? It doesn't feel right. All the KOing and undercovering I've done. I might have gotten rid of too much recruit early. That means Camouflage Huntress keeps showing up. I can completely thin my deck and then unleash Red Guardian. 2 very different strategies. We got Uncover Unleash on the right and no rules text on the left. What is happening? Okay, turn 11. Jigsaw. Ambush. Each player discards 3 cards, then draws 2 cards. I don't want to build a deck. It's not a deck building game. It's a put the deck somewhere else in the game. Now, what am I going to discard? I'm going to keep Poison Storm. I'm going to keep... Let's attack max this turn. So I'll discard 2 agents and a trooper and draw an agent. And then... one more. Probably should have kept the attack for Destructive Whisper, but the 2 attack on Poison Storm is worth more. And I shuffle, and then 1 more. Okay. So doing some recruiting. Other side. Discard 3, draw 2, huh? Let's do starters. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay. And he got Bribe, which means you can spend any combination of recruit and attack to fight him. So what am I left with? I am left with Wartime Logistics, which gives me 2 recruit, 1 plus the 1 recruit symbol, and that's all I get. I only have the 1 recruit symbol over here. Next up, we got Destructive Whisper. I don't have 4 cards without rules tech, so I just get 2 attack here. And then Poison Storm gives me just 2 attack plus 2 against the Mastermind, which I won't be able to use this turn. And I've got 1 more attack and 1 more recruit. So that leaves me at 5 attack and 3 recruit, which means I can fight Poison Hulk without him bonding to anybody. There's no henchmen in the city. Don't really have any strength support here, but I do want to get Poison Hulk out of the city, so I'm going to go ahead and defeat him. I turn him into a good guy, and he's back to Hulk again, so he's going to help me in that way. Then for 3 recruit, I could take another Wartime Logistics, which is probably better than an officer. I would rather take something else, but I also want to refresh the HQ, so I'm going to take another one. And then we got another Death is Only a Ruse. More cards for Thanos to take. If I can get him to take only 3 cost cards, that'll be nice. The Red Guardian's really showing up. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is almost enough for Hypersonic Scream. If I dodge Dark Influence of the Hand... Oh, actually, no. I almost have enough attack to fight a Bystander. If a Sovereign Omnicraft shows up, I can fight it, get a recruit, and get Black Bolt's rare. We'll see. I just found your channel. I'm learning this game. I was lucky and found a used Dark City expansion box at my local game store for 25 bucks. That's a great find. And this is a wonderful game. Did you get the core set yet? If you didn't, a new core set just came out, and I would recommend jumping right to that one if you haven't gotten the original. But it sounds like you do have the original. But yeah, that's a great find. And welcome to the game. I'm playing the Randomizer League, which is literally all 39, soon to be 40 sets in the game randomized together. There's a lot of complicated mechanics that are obviously mixed in, but if you have any questions about the fundamentals of how it works, please shout it out. Be happy to answer. Yeah, the Discord's full of a bunch of friendly folks who will help. I watched your video on comparing second edition cards to first, and it was really helpful. Thank you. I had a good time going through that. If you didn't catch it, I did do a video comparing every first edition card to a second edition counterpart, talking about the changes and the differences, and I played a bunch of second edition games too I'm going to be putting up next week. But I appreciate that. Glad you got some use out of it. Let's see who's entering the city on this turn. It is another Khonshu Guardians, who again will be in wolf form in the sewers. So they're going to jump in and be 5 attack, which I still might fight because I'm feeling myself with all this KO I'm getting. But let's begin with the brand new Daring Sidekick from 2nd edition. 1 attack, draw a card, and return the Daring Sidekick to the bottom of the Sidekick deck. I actually returned them to a stack outside of the Sidekick deck, and I'll just put them all on the bottom when I'm done. But don't tell anybody I said that. Alright, so what's left? Again, every turn I'm getting this Camouflage Huntress. When you defeat a henchman this turn, you may KO one of your cards. I'm really happy. I've never thinned the deck this fast in my life. Okay, 2 more attack. And a shield agent. I have 6 attack. Boom Boom can actually get up to 10, which is not enough for the Mastermind. I need 5 to hit the Khonshu Guardians for that double KO. I think I'm going to do that. So let's fight the Khonshu Guardians in the sewers for the double KO. For 5 attack. Slide them right out of there. Get rid of them. And the fight effect is KO one of our heroes, and I KO another one thanks to Camouflage Huntress. Wow. So this time, I'm going to get rid of 2 Troopers, just to be safe. And then, for sure, so, what Silver Gets Who said, we have a tournament coming up. We have tournaments, at least 2 a year. There's a new solo one happening right now. And although the Randomizer League needs you to have the sets I use, the tournament, you use whatever you've got. So you can enter with just core and 2 sets if you want to. Other day, my wife was able to hit the 1E Destroyer with 5 Graves in hand, just melted her deck. That's such a great feeling. He's nerfed a bit, which makes sense, but that feeling of early Destroyer was great. Okay, so I can play Boomer this time, and unfortunately, Jigsaw is an odd-numbered cost. Now, if I let Poison Scarlet Witch bond with Jigsaw, it will make a 14 attack villain with Bribe, which is a lot better. A lot easier to hit a 14 attack villain with Bribe than a 14 attack villain straight up. However, I could always try to get Jigsaw out of here first. But I'm gonna I could have a run of Sovereign Omnicraft and they could escape. So I think I'm gonna make a super bribed Jigsaw Poison Scarlet Witch villain. I'm gonna play Boom Boom for Boomer for 3 and get rid of her. I don't know if this is the right move, but something tells me it is the right move. I'm gonna fight Poison Scarlet Witch for 3. Symbiote bonds with another villain in the city with an odd numbered attack. So she is gonna go over here and bond with Jigsaw. And they become a 14 attack villain with bribe, which is, it's doable. And it takes up 1 less city space. Okay, let's see if I draw my deck now. 1, I am gonna draw my deck. This is so funny. Also very dangerous. I gotta unleash those Red Guardians soon or I'm gonna be in big trouble. Look at this, 1, 2, I don't know why I'm shuffling. 3, 4, this is my entire deck. I have no deck, no discard pile. That's all in my hand. I have 3 sleeper agents under cover, ready to go. So my max recruit power right now is 3. My max attack power is 5, which means Thanos is gonna steal her if I let this be the case. But I'm gonna have to take somebody else. Okay, turn 13 is going to give us Hammerhead. Bribe and fight KO one of your heroes with a recruit icon. A lot of early villains in this 2-player setup because there's an extra villain group in the villain deck, and the twists are going to play extra cards, and that's going to happen a lot. What happens if you have less than 6 cards in deck? You draw as many as you can. It follows the game rule of do as much as you can. So again, I didn't get an Omnicraft, but there is a chance I can get a rare, because I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 recruit, and only 2 attack. So I got to look at I mean, I have plenty of games with early strikes and twists, but when I have an extra villain group, I somehow manage to pull all the villains. So, Dark Memories. Oh, I got this wrong. I have Dark Memories. I have 3 attack with Dark Memories. So if I play this, 3, 4, 5. When you need to reveal more cards than you have in your deck, you reveal as much as possible. Yes, you always do as much as you can. I don't know what that reason is. I don't understand. So I will get, 3 attack for 3 different hero classes if I play this, which will give me a total of 5 attack, which will let me hit Hammerhead or Poison Cap, but it won't give me any recruit, but it will let me fight a hand and just Henchman villain with fight you get 1 recruit, and that will guarantee I get enough recruit for the rare. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to play Dark Influence of the Hand, which again is going to give me 3 attack for the 3 different hero classes I've got. That's how Dark Memories work, so 3 attack. And then her secondary effect here, once this turn, you may fight the top card of the bystander stack as if it were a 3 attack hand ninja's henchman villain with fight. You get +1 recruit, rescue this as a bystander. So I'm going to do that right now. We'll spend 3 attack and fight the top card of the bystander deck. Let me put it on the rooftops, which is going to be a new standard bystander from 2nd edition. I get +1 recruit and I rescue it. Great. And that means that now I have 1 recruit, which means Speak No Words gives me 2 attack, 1 recruit. Nope, I got that backwards, sorry. It's a 2 recruit, 1 attack. Second one, same thing, 2 recruit, 1 attack. And then 1, 2, 3 more recruit, which means that I can get Black Bolt's rare, which quite frankly, I've never been happier to get. It works with what I've got. Hypersonic Scream, 3 attack. For each card with no rules text you played this turn, draw a card. Which typically is not a great card, but I'm going to take all his Speak No Words cards, and if I don't KO too many of my starters, this will count with those too. I'll go ahead and pick up Hypersonic Scream for 8. We might actually take care of Poison Thanos, who knows? More Red Guardian shows up. And I have, I do have a non-gray. I almost had all grays in hand, because I feel like this next card is going to be a Master Strike. I'm getting that feeling, which is going to be bad because he'll take White Tiger. But if he takes White Tiger, I can almost not fight anything. I have to wait for a Sovereign Omnicraft to unleash Red Guardian. We'll see what happens. Oh, it's just Moon Knight. Thank goodness. Moon Knight comes in from the Spider Friends adversaries. Fight, KO one of your heroes. Then if you fought Moon Knight on the rooftops, KO another one of your heroes. That's what I need. More KO. I could do 2 more KOs this turn. Oh, no, I can't. He's not on the rooftops. But I've got the Henchman thing loaded up. No Henchman to take advantage of here yet. And I've got 5 total attack. I can get more KO from this. I have 1, 2, 3 agents. Even though there's no rare, I think this might be the time to unleash Red Guardian. Because what I can do here is I can fight Hammerhead, KO a shield agent, unleash as many sleeper agents as I want. It can only just be 1. I mean, he's not in the same mind he was last time. Yeah, so fight Hammerhead for 5 attacks straight up, KO an agent. If I unleash 1 sleeper agent, I would... Well, it's going to be wasted with the card draw. I would have to want to recruit first. What's the best order of operations here? If I want to get Death Was Only a Ruse this turn. Also, Moon Knight. I KO a hero. I could wait till he goes to the rooftops for more. He shows up with the Khonshu Guardians. I guess I don't have to wait to unleash them if I've thinned my entire deck. Okay, so... Yeah, it is. I'm going to go with what I said. I'm going to fight Hammerhead for 5 attack directly. And the fight effect is KO one of your heroes with an attack icon. Or, sorry, recruit icon. So I'm going to get rid of a shield agent. And that gets rid of Hammerhead. Now, if I want to, I can unleash Sleeper Agent as many as I want. I can unleash this card to my hand. I'm going to definitely unleash at least 1. I don't have an unleash effect. To my hand, because I fought a villain. I could do more. I could do 1 more if I want to get Death Was Only a Ruse. But that one has diminishing returns as well, because I've already KO'd so many starters. I think Magnetic Shield might be a better card, because I can just keep recruiting and draw my hand every time. And get extra attack. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to... And I could get more KOs. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to choose to unleash another Sleeper Agent with that last one. You know what? Maybe I unleash them all. There's no good reason not to. I have such a thin deck. All right, everybody's coming with me. I unleash all the Red Guardians right now. They all get unleashed at this from that one single villain fight. Okay, let's go. So I'm going to start. If I play this, I'll draw a card. It's gonna be lost because I won't have anything to draw. But if I recruit this, I can recruit Magnetic Shield. I can play the other 2. I can recruit Sleeper Agent, unleash Magnetic Shield, and then fight Moon Knight. Could you send your Red Guardians back undercover? Yes, I could, and I could unleash them later, which would also be good. And it is 3 attack, but Magnetic Shield overall gives me 4 attack. Which right now it's a bit better than Death Is Only a Ruse, which I would have to wait until the Striker fighting Thanos to do that. But I could tuck them to save them from Thanos, but if I just have all non-grays, it's not going to be a big deal. So here's my strategy. I'm going to first play Sleeper Agent to get 2 more recruit, draw a card, and there is no card to draw. Next, I'm going to pick up Magnetic Shield. So I'm going to recruit that for 4 and send it undercover. When I recruit another covert hero, I can unleash it from undercover. Alright, now I'm going to play Sleeper Agent again. Yep, that's my plan. I get 2 more recruit, I draw into nothing. Now I will recruit this other Sleeper Agent, sending it undercover. And because I recruited a covert hero, there's Speedball, I can unleash Magnetic Shield from undercover. So I will. So right now I just have a Sleeper Agent undercover. Then I'm going to play a Magnetic Shield for 2 attack, plus 2 more because of the covert prerequisite. And I'm at 4 attack. And I'm going to not wait for Moon Knight. I'm going to go ahead and fight him right now, which will KO one of my heroes. And the hero I KO is going to be one of my grays. I'm almost out of grays. Now, Agent or Trooper? I think Agent. I have a lot of Sleeper Agents out here, so I'm going to get rid of my Agent here. And I'm left with a sleeper agent in hand. I defeated a villain. I'm going to unleash the other sleeper agent because I defeated that villain too. So now I got 2 in hand. And I'm going to play the first one. I draw nothing. I'll play the second one and draw nothing. And I will pick up a Death Was Only a Ruse, which is going to go undercover. Able to be unleashed when a Master Strike is completed or any other player defeats the Mastermind. So essentially, he's going to be replacing the hero that Thanos takes, because as soon as a strike happens, it'll go through, and then he'll come back. I got 1 strength hero undercover. Wow, what a turn. Okay, so I have no recruit left. I've already, right? No, wait, I didn't spend it. I did. I just spent it. I spent 6. I didn't subtract that. I got 1 left. So here is my entire deck. It is 4 sleeper agents, Magnetic Shield, White Tiger, and then 3 starters. That's crazy. And all of these have draw a card on them too. So probably drawing my deck every turn. I'm gonna have to give some up to Thanos, but I have plenty to give him. And I can take Speedball too to get covert attack towards the Mastermind with Nemorita. Very covert. Very demure. Okay, to bring back an old meme at this point. My new hand. This is ridiculous. And I still have double KOs if I want with the Khonshu Guardians. Alright, moving over. Back to the no card text side of things. I literally have no card text in my entire hand. And it's not just Grace. Turn 15. Another Hammerhead. Bribe and fight KO one of your heroes with a recruit icon. So, more dull over here. I got... That's 5 recruit and 1 attack. Plus I have 2 troopers for 2 more attack. I could fight Hammerhead if I bribed. With 5 recruit. I have a new card that popped up, by the way. A couple new cards. Let's take a look at those. So, Super Soldier Serum has What If, which means you have to say a hero name or a hero class, reveal the top card of your deck, and if you get it right, you do what it says here. And then you can discard or put the card back. So What If, you get +2 recruit and +2 attack. That's pretty good. I don't really have a top deck thing. And then I've got the divided Speedball and Nemorita. So Speedball is draw 2 cards. Great card to have. Nemorita is +3 attack, usable only against villains in the bridge or against the Mastermind. I already have plus attack against the Mastermind with Poison Storm. This would actually be a pretty good pickup. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up a Double Down and Bubble Up. For 5. And put back, alright, the Shield of Britain. Wound cancellation. And that means my 3 attack kind of goes to waste, but that's okay. That's fine. The strikes and twists are going to happen real fast. If I have a really unlucky chain of just twists, I could lose the game on 1 turn. If it's twist, 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 I just lose because 3 Omnicraft will escape. And that is something I need to be prepared for. If it's going to get close to that, and I might be able to avoid it. Okay, my next hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the cost of a poison card would be the original attack value. Yes, any villains who gain as heroes, their cost is the printed attack number that they used to use when they were villains in the lower right. Look at this. This is a pretty good hand for Thanos to steal. Just saying. I'm not trying to give him ideas or anything. Turn 16. Okay, here's a twist. Is this going to be a chain of twists? Once again, a 2-attack Sovereign Omnicraft enters. Each player shuffles all twists from the victory piles back to the villain deck, so I do have this one. And then I have to shuffle that in. And like I said, I'm going to shuffle the token in instead of the twist to make it more interesting. Keep the twist out of there. And then play another card from the villain deck. This could chain. So, another card from the villain deck. Poison Sabretooth. Full city, no chain though. He's got Fight the Symbiote bonds with the villain in the streets. If it's already bonded or unable to bond, gain it as a hero instead. So this turn he could not bond if I fought him because it's already a bonded villain in the streets. So let's see what Red Guardian can do. Camouflage Huntress, 3 attack, no henchmen to fight, so she's just 3 attack this turn. You misreported your game against Epic Shadow King as a win. Okay, that's going to change the rankings a bit. You did correct it. I'm curious to go see if what that changed. I want to go look right now. So, where did you actually rank? On my rankings, it said you got 5th place. But actually, you got 8th place. So, not too different. Not too different at all. But yeah, I'll update that. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, 3 attack, 4 attack, and then we got sleeper agents up the wazoo here. So 2 recruit, and draw a card. Okay, I'll play the shield, magnetic shield, which is going to give me 4 attack. To hit Poison Thanos, I need 12 attack. I can't get it yet. I'm so close though. Let me play Sleeper Agent. 2 recruit, draw a card. Okay. Another Sleeper Agent. 2 recruit, draw a card. I can't unleash Death Was Only a Ruse yet. Unfortunately. So I got 4 attack, 8 attack, and 4 recruit. I can draw a poison though. 1 more recruit. Let me look at Poison Scarlet Witch once more. So, reveal the top card of your deck if it has an odd numbered cost, draw it. I'll play the Trooper too. So right now I've got 7 recruit, 9 attack, and 2 card draws. I need 3 more attack to hit the Mastermind. Is there anything I can recruit and draw right now that'll do that? The Shield of Britain will do that. However, I'm going to have escape if I don't take care of the city first. So if I take the Shield of Britain for 5 and then draw it, there's a Liberate effect, but there's no bystanders out there. Poison Captain America actually would be pretty good for me to take. Plus 1 attack for each color of hero you have. So a single instinct hero in here would be great with all my covert cards. It would give me 3 total attack if I fought this for 4. That would give me 3 attack back. Okay, I think this is a city clearing turn and a big recruit turn instead of hitting the Mastermind. But I'll be close. I'll be close either way. What do I take care of first? It's going to bond with another villain. It can bond with plenty of those other ones. So Poison Sabretooth cannot bond, but I don't have the instinct for his trigger. But I can always let, again, Thanos take him. He'll be better for the left-hand side where I have those Captain Carter instinct cards. Only have 2 boxes. Which ones do you have? Is one of them the original core set? Just curious. I'm going to wait on Sabretooth if I can. Hammerhead. This is a very complicated turn. I can spend any amount of recruit or attack, and I can get rid of another starter. Let me see what I'm recruiting first. I think I do want to take another Death Is Only a Ruse, so I can play them both at the same time. So I'm going to commit to recruiting this first for 6. And then this also goes undercover. We got another Speak No Words here. Which means I can't draw them. I'm gonna fight... If I fight Hammerhead for 4 attack plus 1 recruit, I'll have 5 attack left over. That'll be kind of a waste, though. If I fight the Omnicraft first, let's do this. I'm gonna fight the Omnicraft first for 2 attack. Gives me 1 recruit when I fight it. This will be interesting. Got one in my victory pile. I'm gonna move him over so I know to put him back when it's time. And I've got 2 recruit left and 7 attack left. Which means I can recruit a sidekick and draw it and see what happens. Let me do that. Spend 2 recruit. I'm gonna pick up a sidekick. Yeah, let's see what happens. I'll do it. A daring sidekick, which is gonna help me right now. I'll play a sleeper agent, which is gonna give me 2 recruit and draw the daring sidekick. I can only recruit 1 sidekick this turn, So I could burn the Daring Sidekick right now. They'll give me 8, 9, 10, and that'll let me hit. Oh, I shouldn't have. It would almost let me hit the bonded. So 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12 total points. I'm just gonna commit to fighting Hammerhead right now. Let's spend my 2 recruit. Wait, do I have 2 recruit, or is that the recruit I spent in the sidekick? I honestly can't remember, but I'm gonna have points left over anyway. It might not have been. Let's say I did. I'll play the sleeper agent for 2 recruit. I'll hold on to the sidekick. Like I said, I was gonna have leftover points anyway. So 2 recruit and 3 attack to fight Hammerhead and fight KO one of your heroes with a recruit icon, which is going to be this shield agent. Long, complicated turn, so bear with me here. And for attack, I could fight Poison Sabretooth to get him out of the city, or I could fight Poison Captain America, but he's going to go ahead and bond with Sabretooth. I'm going to fight Sabretooth and probably just end up giving him to the Mastermind. So I'll fight him, gain him as a hero. I could draw it right now, actually, with the Daring Sidekick, but it would only give me 2 attack, which should be a total of 3, and it wouldn't be enough for anything. So I'm going to end my turn here. All this gets discarded and fully reshuffles. What a strange deck I'm building over here. If I can use the uncommons to send my recruit cards undercover and just have I'm always generating a bunch of attack every turn hand, then I can beat the Mastermind pretty easily. And that's doable. I just have to wait for me to hit the Mastermind or a Master Strike. There are 5 strikes that'll happen, and I can unleash both Death is Only a Ruse. There's 2 of them actually right now. Let's see what I have. Alright, I got Sabretooth in hand, something for Thanos to take if he shows up. Oh, and that's that side. Finally, back to turn 17. If this is an actual player, they'd be pretty annoyed with me right now for making them wait so long. But it's me, so I'm only annoyed with myself a little. Next is Poison Spider-Man, who's got 2 attack and fight. This symbiote bonds with another villain in the city. If already bonded or unable to bond, gain this as a hero instead. Well, I'm in a rough patch with Cap and Spidey, because they both bond with another villain in the city, so I can't take out one without it bonding with the other. So I'm going to have to let that happen unless I let some other, something else happen. But it's only going to make a slightly stronger villain if I do that, and I got a strong hand this turn. A lot of complicated stuff. So I have to figure out right now how much attack I'm going to have towards the Mastermind, because I have to choose whether I want to play a double down or bubble up. If I play bubble up, let me just pretend I'm trying to hit the Mastermind this turn. +3 towards the bridge of the Mastermind. That would be 3 attack. And then I would play Destructive Whisper. That wouldn't activate. That would be 5 total attack. Then Poison Storm would give me 6, 7 attack, and then 8, 9 towards the Mastermind. And then White Tiger would give me nothing for Dark Memories. I have no discard pile. But again, if I had 3, 5, 9, I need 12. By recruiting, I wouldn't be able to get 3 different hero classes in the discard pile. So I think hitting the Mastermind is out of the question unless I dodge and get something that'll help me. As far as recruiting, I'm going to get 1, 2, 3. And then I could get 1 more if I fought a Hand Ninja, so it should be 4. And get another Speak No Words, which would help with the rare. He's at 13 attack? Why? So I'm going to, I think I'm going to go all the way back, and I'm going to actually choose to draw with double down and see what happens. If I get lucky, the armor doesn't give +1. It's just worth 1 attack if you have to fight it. Otherwise, it would say +1. I can double check, though. Oh, sorry, it does symbiote. It bonds with him. I totally missed that part. Yeah, he is at 13. I got confused because I didn't literally put it on. Okay, we know what it does. I'll just put it down here. There. Now I won't be confused anymore. Okay. Well, regardless, I'm still going to draw double down. I have such a weird mind. If it's not physically in the right place, I don't think of it the right way. All right. Best to set my environment. Well, that didn't do much for me. Did it give me 4 cards with no rules text? It gave me 3 cards with no rules text. But let's see if I can get 4. Let me do a dodge. I'm going to dodge White Tiger. And I did get 4, but not much return on that. So let's play Destructive Whisper. 2 attack, plus 1 attack if I reveal 4 cards with no rules text. And I do. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now I'll play... That's 1 more attack. Now I'll play Speak No Words for 1 more attack and 2 more recruit. I've got 1, 2, 3 recruit. Puts me up to 5. I'll play Wartime Logistics, which now gives me an extra recruit to get 1 for the base, 1 for a printed 1 recruit, and 1 for printed 2 recruit. And suddenly I'm an 8 recruit. Is that right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I have 4 attack. I can take care of this Bonded Scarlet Witch situation. No worries. If you refresh the stream, it should catch you up a little bit. It's on ultra low latency, so either move the playhead forward or refresh. If you do the fast forward, it should catch you up. 2 attack. It sometimes happens if there's a lag or a delay, it won't automatically catch you up all the time. And then I have +2 towards the Mastermind. I'm not going to do that, but I don't have enough to hit him. But let me just put this here just so I remind myself. In case something crazy happens, I don't know. I can do a lot of recruiting, but I also, again, do have this big threat. I have a 14 attack, bonded villain with bribe. I have exactly 14 resources to hit this once. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend 6 attack, and 8 recruit, which equals 14. Even if you lower the quality. So the question is, which card should I take and do the fight effect of? Scarlet Witch or Jigsaw? That's who he is, right? Yep. No worries. Come to the Discord. I'll see you there. Okay. No fight effect on Jigsaw, but at least it'll go down from 11 or 14 attack to 3 without bribe. So I'm going to actually take Jigsaw because he's the harder to get rid of. So goodbye. Jigsaw's going to this side. We'll leave the poison there, even though she can bond. And yeah, I have nothing. I've used all my resources. I've exhausted it all. I didn't have a lot of non-gray or cards without rules text, so maybe this new hand will have the rare... Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3... Yeah! 4, 5, 6. This is cool. I get to draw 3 cards with Hypersonic Scream. That'll be fun. Well, good. I'm glad it's working. Okay, turn 18. That's a Scheme Twist. I like how I pulled the 1 Scheme Twist I replaced. Omnicraft comes in. There is 1 to shuffle in. Then to play another card, we could have some escapes. If I was playing this for the league and I had 1 escape or even 2 or even 3, I wouldn't feel too bad about it. It's not going to hurt my score as much because this is an escape-based scheme that rapidly pushes stuff out. Any scheme that plays extra stuff from the villain deck means you're probably going to have other folks with some escapes. Okay, villain deck shuffled. Let's see what's next. We have a Khonshu Guardian. Okay, more KO for me. This is a 5 attack Khonshu Guardian. And let's draw. No Master Strike left yet. If I can hit 13 attack, then I can unleash both Red Guardians. But I don't know if I can. We'll see. I might be able to, though, with the recruiting I can do and the card draw I can do. Let's start with the Daring Sidekick. Draw a card. Get rid of them. I'll play my Trooper for another 1. I'll play the Camouflage Hunters for 3 and loading up those extra KOs. Let's do some Sleeper Agent, 2 recruit. Draw a card. I want to see more Magnetic Shields. I need more of those. 4 total attack. I'm at 9. I'm almost there. I think I can get there. Sleeper Agent, 2 recruit. Draw a card. Another Sleeper Agent, 2 recruit. I wish I had like a wall crawl. Draw a card. Okay, here's the deal. I'm going to play Poison Sabertooth to attack. I'm going to play the Trooper 1 attack. So I will have enough attack to hit. Granted, I recruit something and draw it immediately. Do you replace turn 1 rares? Leave them as is. You use the mulligan rule from What If and 2nd edition. If there is only one rare, I think specifically it's cards that cost 7 or more in the HQ, you have to leave it there. If you get 2 or more, you can choose to set them aside, put cards into the HQ until you have all 5 cards that don't cost 7 or more, and then shuffle the rest back in. So that is up to you as the player. If there's only one rare, you have to keep it there, though. And I say cards that cost 7 or more, not in this setup, but other setups that have like Spider Heroes or some other certain heroes, their rares don't cost more than 7, but it's only for heroes that cost 7 or more. Okay, so to get enough attack to hit him, I have to recruit either Speak No Words or the Shield of Britain, and I think the Shield of Britain is the one I want to take. I'm pretty sure, by the way, What If doesn't do anything if there's no cards in your deck. You can't do it because you can't guess what's not there. So that won't help me now. But if I take... I could take it, and then I could take a 4 cost and know what it was. Might be good for this deck. Eventually I could just say Covert, and that would work. But I would have to recruit something else. However, the Shield of Britain is a raw 3-attack card that can help me reveal... prevent wounds. So I'm going to pick that up for 5 instead. Get some tech over here. Yeah, if you want to see the whole mulligan rule written out, just check out one of those 2 rule books I mentioned. And Coordinated Assault Captain Carter showed up. +1 attack for each different printed attack number amongst all your... This would be really good for here. I got 1, 2, 3, and 0 somewhere. Oh, on White Tiger on the other side. Anyway, this is in my deck. I'm going to Sleeper Agent. Again, 2 recruit, draw a card, which is going to be the Shield of Britain. And I'm going to play the Shield of Britain. And let me just read it all out. Once per turn, when a player gains a wound, you may reveal this card to return that wound to the wound stack. If you do, the player whose turn it is gains Liberate 3. Now, this will leave me open in the city. However, as soon as I hit Thanos... well, as soon as I try to hit Thanos and hit the poison armor, symbiotic armor... Nope, it's poison armor. It's symbiotic armor. I get to unleash both Red Guardians. So, let's play this. And I'm going to secretly... I'm going to press this button, go for a Mastermind tactic, and oh, I don't get a Mastermind tactic, so never mind. However, when you fight the Mastermind, defeat symbiotic armor and KO one of your heroes instead of taking a tactic. Now, I'm going to have to get heroes to KO. I have 1. Let me subtract the attack. Okay, so I defeat the symbiotic armor. Goes to the poison stack. And then there's only 1 that goes to the victory pile, and that's it. And then I KO one of my heroes. All I got are 2 graves left for the graves, so Shield Trooper's gone. Don't get a tactic. But, guess what I can do? Death was only a ruse. When a Master Strike is completed, or I've never done this by fighting the Mastermind before a single Master Strike has been played. Anyway, I did fight the Mastermind, even though I didn't get a tactic from it. I may unleash this card from Undercover. So I can do both. I will bring both of these out here from Undercover. 1, 2. Let's go ahead and play them. The first one, 3 attack. You may send one of your other heroes Undercover. You know what? Let's do it. This will be fun. Let me go ahead and send my last gray Undercover for some points. And now I have no more grays in my hand. I'm all non-grays. The second one will do the same thing. But I'm not going to send any more Undercover. I'll keep them all. So I have something to give to Thanos. And that puts me at 8 attack. What's my best strategy for cleaning the city? I have no more KOs I want to do, so fighting the Khonshu Guardians is going to help me. Just going for cost effectiveness. So, on to Poison Scarlet Witch. It's going to bond with an odd numbered attack, and there is one right now. Unfortunately, until they move, the Khonshu Guardians are odd numbered. Cap will bond with somebody, Spidey will bond with somebody. The Omnicraft I can take out for 2. Although if I do let if I do this, if I have Spider-Man bond with Cap, that'll make a 6 attack. I fight Spider-Man first, I'll have enough attack to fight them both and get Poison Captain America, which will help for the hero classes I've got here. I do have a tech, so let me do that. That'll be fun. I'm going to fight Poison Spider-Man. Although I could have him bond with the Omnicraft, but then he'll bond with the Omnicraft himself. So I'm spending 2. His symbiote bonds with another villain. I'm going to have him bond with Cap. I have 6 attack left. So I guess I should do this. I blew him up. Now we'll go to the bridge. I have this bonded Poison Cap and Poison Spidey. Thank you. I think it's going quite well. 3 attack. I will defeat them both, and I will choose to defeat and gain the Poison Cap as a hero. And I've got 3 recruit left. Now, what would help me best here? I think Dark Influence of the Hand would actually help me best. Dark Memories will be pretty good if I start with this. Somehow I don't shuffle. And I have that Captain Carter card that wants me to have... Right, I took that on this side. That's Coordinated Assault if I take that later. Plus I can dodge it. Plus it'll help with the Poison Captain America that I've taken. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up Dark Influence of the Hand here on the right-hand side. I like what I've built here. Hey, there's Speedball's Reckless Rescue Attempt. Its range, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a villain, rescue a bystander. Otherwise, KO a bystander from the bystander stack. I wish I could have cleared more, but I didn't. All right, there's my 2 cards in my discard pile. 3, 4, 5, 6. And I got nothing left under cover that I can unleash right now. Left-hand side is struggling a little more, but I do have some draws this turn. Turn 19, Poison Dr. Octopus. A lot of poisons early in the game. 1 attack and fight. This symbiote bonds with the villain in the bank. If I already bonded or unable to bond, gain this as a hero instead. And then 1 attack, draw a card. Everybody wants to bond with the Guardians. Oh, actually not anymore. Oh, they're still odd. So yeah, Doc Ock will bond with the Khonshu Guardians. Scarlet Witch will bond with the Khonshu Guardians. Spider-Man can, or anybody else. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, we're about a couple hours into the stream. So if anybody likes to join streams at the top of the hour, welcome. If anybody likes to leave streams at the top of the hour, goodbye. I'll see you next time. I have to play my cards in the rules text first to draw them. Let's start with Speak No Words, 2 recruit, 1 attack. Then we'll play my 2 grays, a trooper and an agent. So 1 attack, 1 recruit each. And then I'm going to play Black Bolt's Hypersonic Scream, which is 3 attack for each card with no rules text you played this turn, which is 3. Draw a card. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. More cards with no rules text, which I wish I had earlier. Still more ping damage, I think. I've got 6, 7, 8 attack, and then 2 more recruit. Then a decent amount of recruit, +1 for each different number. So I get 1 base, and then I have 1 printed and 2 printed recruit, so that's 2 more. And then finally, Poison Hulk, which does not activate, just gives me a base 2 attack. If it did, I could have fought the Mastermind again, but I think I have to do some city cleanup, like I mentioned. So, what's the best order of operations here? I have 10 attack. If I go Khonshu Guardians, 987. Ock can't bond, 654. Scarlet Witch can't bond, 321. And I can eventually get to a point where Spidey cannot bond. Well, let's do that. Let's clear 3 spaces that way. But I can do some deck thinning here. Let's spend 3 attack, get rid of the Khonshu Guardians while they're not in wolf form, and we're going to KO... I don't want to get rid of too many of my starters, but I want to get rid of some of them. There we go. Get rid of them. Yeah, I think we're thinking the similar things. So, Poison Doc Ock just draws a card. I'll spend 3 attack. Nobody's in the bank, so I gain it as a hero. And then Poison Scarlet Witch. I could fight the Omnicraft, and then Spidey who would bond with the Omnicraft or Scarlet Witch after that point. But if I Scarlet Witch bonds with another villain in the city with an odd numbered attack, and she's the only one right now, so now's the perfect time to fight her. And I'm going to gain her as a hero as well. Okay, so I cleared up 3 spots, And I've got 8 recruit now. What's my best move? I'm leaning in. I'm gonna take another speak no words for 4. And what else comes up? Would coordinated assault be good over here? How many printed attack numbers? I got 1, 2. Better for the other side. Although I do have 0 cost over here. With both Namorita and White Tiger. Let me just look through. Rescue attempt. I do have lots of ranged. And it wouldn't let me peek at the villain deck to see what's going on. But I don't need more recruit at this time. Soldier Serum does what if. Saying ranged would be pretty decent. I have a lot of ranged synergy here. I could again take Coordinated Assault. It's a common from the MCU distribution, but that means there's only 3. Right hand side can pick it up this turn. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna clear the HQ. I want more expensive stuff to come up for the other side. So I'm gonna take 1 Super Soldier Serum for 2. And I'll take a Destructive Whisper because I built for that for some reason. And I'm gonna take the other Super Soldier Serum for 2. I was hoping for different cards, but that's fine. Wait. Did I press that twice? I'm pretty sure I had the recruit for it. What did I just recruit? Yeah, I had, I think I was good on that. I don't think I made a mistake. If I did, let me know, but I don't think I did. Yeah, I took a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nope, I didn't take that speak no words. But yes, I did. Did I take 1 Soldier Serum too many? I either pressed the button too many times, or I was acting too early. I honestly can't remember. What did I generate? I can look back at my hand. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 recruit from something else. I honestly can't remember, so I'm gonna do this. I'll take back that recruit just in case. When in doubt, I play in favor of the game. So if nothing else, I'll just say I chose not to recruit it, and that would still be a valid move. And it might be a better idea not to have that. I want more cards with no rules text on them. Let's see what I get. That's a good... This is a great hand for Hypersonic Scream. Look at that. I get to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then draw 5 cards. But I am overdue for a Master Strike, and I think that's going to happen. So I might not be able to draw in as many cards as I thought. Turn 20. Still no Master Strike. Jigsaw. Ambush. Each player discards 3 cards, then draws 2 cards. That still kind of messes me up. So what to discard? Dark Influence of the hand. I want to keep Poison Cap. That's a lot of attack. I was gonna draw cards of these anyway, so I'll discard 2 Sleep Rages and a Dark Influence, and draw 2. Yeah, that's better. I have only good cards over here. Yeah, this is less ideal. I guess I'm discarding my Grace. That's fewer draws anyway. And then 1, 2. Okay, I have 1 more Gray. Could have been worse. I'm only missing a ranged card, otherwise I'd have all 5 hero classes. Started with the Camouflage Huntress, 3 attack. Let's start drawing some cards. 2 recruit, draw a card. Only card I get to draw. I could send more into cover and unleash them later, but at this point, I don't think there's a reason to. Shield of Britain, 3 attack. I'm gonna hit the Mastermind again. Poison Cap, 1 attack for each color. I got red, black, green, and yellow. I got rid of all my grays, so I guess I messed myself up there with him, but it's still better to do this, I think. So 4 more attack. I'm already at 10? Wow. And then I'll play both Death is Only a Ruse. I won't send anybody under cover, and both played will be 3 more attack, then 3 more attack, and I'm at 16. And that is... Should I hit the Mastermind first? Sure. I'm going to hit Poison Thanos for 12 without any poisoned souls at all. which means if I get the tactic that puts heroes there, that'll whiff for me and for him. Yeah, poison loyalties. That's what I was worried about. Actually, no, this is the bad one. Each other player puts a poisons card from their discard pile into Poison Thanos' Poison Souls pile. Does left-hand side have a poisons card in their discard pile? I do not, because I shuffle. So that one does whiff in my favor. I mean, there's so many special officers now, or specialist officers, it might not even work. But we'll see. Okay. That was cool. We're back to normal. And I've got 4 attack left. I can fight the Omnicrab. I can fight Poison Spidey and bond him with somebody, but I don't see the point. So I'm just going to go ahead and fight the Omnicrab for 2. To get 2 more recruit. Or sorry, 1 more recruit. And that is going to let me get... What do I even want? What do I even want at this point over here? I don't really have to recruit that much. I just dropped some of my cards. Give me a second. I got them on the edge of the table. Oh, it was my hand for next turn, which is only 5 cards now. Alright, we're good. I could take What If. If I say Covert, it's probably going to work. So... Wartime Logistics could be more recruit. I really did want Combined Assault, but I can't get it right now. I'll take one of these. It'll give me more to draw. Okay. Even though that extra recruit didn't do anything for me. Another Camouflage Huntress. Okay. That early one really did help. I think Poison Thanos is toast. It's his fault for not hitting me harder earlier. His toughness is a big time because he steals stuff. But he didn't feel like stealing much for me at all yet. But he will. But it will be too late for him. Okay, turn 21 is Moon Knight. KO one of your allies, then if you fought Moon Knight on the rooftops, KO another of your allies. Honestly, I don't know how the initial shuffle was. I shuffled twice because of putting the Omnicraft back in, so I could have avoided a really bad shuffle. So I'm going to play Shield Agent for 1, and both speak no words. It's a total of 4 recruit and 2 attack. And then I will play Hypersonic Scream, 3 more attack for each card I played with no rules text this turn, which was 3. Draw a card. So 1, 2, 3. A Shield Trooper is 1 attack. Let's do the What If. I'm gonna say, should I say range? I have more range cards than Black Bolt cards. I'm gonna say ranged. Top card of my deck is gray. I'm gonna discard it. Wouldn't have done anything anyway. And then Wartime Logistics, I've got... Oh, I have a 0 now. So I have 0, 1, 2. So each of these Captain Carter cards gives me 4 recruit. Love when they ramp up like that. That's 4 recruit in the first one, and 4 recruit in the second one. That's for base plus 3 different printed recruit numbers among all my heroes. I'm at 13 recruit. So I could use this to take out Jigsaw. And I could hit Moon Knight as well, which means Poison Spidey can't bond. I could use all 11 of my recruit, and then I would have enough to clear the entire city. You know what? That sounds fun to me. I'm gonna spend 11 recruit and just completely bribe Jigsaw. I don't think I've ever done that before. Bribing him with that much recruit. Let's go ahead and take out Moon Knight. And for 4 attack, who will KO one of my heroes. Let's get rid of an agent right now. He's not on the rooftop, so just takes out 1. And finally, 2 attack, fighting Poison Spider-Man without any villains to bond with. So he is just going to be gained as a hero. And I'm left over with 2 recruit, which is enough for a sidekick, which is going to be a sidekick. Now I don't have to worry about escapes, really, in this setup, unless it's a chain of scheme twists, which eventually there will be. But I have managed to clear the city completely. Moving on over to the deck with all the stuff. Turn 22. Another twist. All right, this could be our chain of twists. Omnicraft comes in. Other Omnicraft gets shuffled in. Play another card from the villain deck. Go back to the villain deck. I do love this scheme. It's very thematic and very intense, very fun. Next one is another twist. All right, it's happening. So another Omnicraft comes in. None to shuffle in. Play another card from the villain deck. So back to the villain deck. It is a Master Strike. Okay, he finally does it. He finally does his thing. Okay, each player reveals their hand and puts one of their non-gray heroes next to Thanos in a Poisoned Souls pile. Let me look at the costs. I wanted to give him Poison Sabretooth. However, if I managed to keep him to 13 attack instead of 14, that could make a big difference. So I'm thinking about giving him... Yeah, all the Spider-Men are hard to fight, annoying to fight. I can give him a Sleeper Agent on this side, and I could give him Poison Scarlet Witch on this side, and then it would only go up +1 attack. Until I absolutely have to give him a 4 cost. Although, maybe I should give him a different card. Nope, that's fine. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to give him a Sleeper Agent. I'm going to give him a Poison Scarlet Witch. So, the cost is 3. I'll keep the cost going this way. Actually, I should probably do cost. So I'm going to put Sleeper Agent on top. So he's only at 13 attack. For now. For each different cost of hero in his Poison Souls pile. And that's all that happens there. Okay, now I can take... Oh, other side's got it. Oh, other side already did it. Now I got to take my turn. Let's go here. Still have plenty of cards to draw. We'll start with the Catalyst here. Camouflage Huntress, 3 attack. Probably hit him anyway. Let's see what we draw. Let's get 2 Recruit and a card draw. We got Poison Cap. Okay. And I actually can use Poison Cap to work with Poison Sabretooth, so I'm happy I kept him. Poison Cap +1 for each color. So red, yellow, green. That's it. So 3 attack. And we'll play Poison Sabretooth. To attack, look at the top card of your deck. You may KO it. I'm probably not going to. I'm just going to look. And then Magnetic Shield gives me 4 total attack, 2 plus the power. And then Death Was Only a Ruse gives me 3 attack. And I can send one of my other heroes undercover. I'll hold on to them. Or actually, maybe I should send Poison Sabretooth undercover. Because, for 2 reasons. First, I'm not KOing anything anymore. And second, it's really funny to get a gainable villain into the victory pile. So I'm going to do it anyway. Still worth 1 VP. In there. So I sent him undercover. Now, I can fight Poison Thanos and an Omnicraft. So let's go ahead and hit Thanos first. For 13 of my 15 attack. Tactic is... Yeah, it should be at 2. Okay. Soul Seize. Put all heroes that cost 5 or more from the HQ into Poison Thanos' Poison Souls pile. Okay. Good news is there's only 1 card. Bad news is it does cost 5. So now he's at 3 cost and a 5 cost, so he's at 14 attack now. But it could have been a lot worse if there were some rares there. That would have been really bad. So let's give him his 14 attack for the future. And we will spend our last 2 attack to fight the Omnicraft in the bank for 2 attack. And get 1 recruit out of the deal. And now I have 3. And on this side over here, Wartime Logistics. I don't really need that. I wanted to take Coordinated Assault. I can't afford that. I could get an Officer. I don't really want that. I have enough Recruit anyway, I think. Unless I got rid of too many. I still have plenty of Sleeper Agents. So I'm going to say Sidekick. And it's a Daring Sidekick. That's one I'm happy to have. And that's this turn. This would be one of those deck, so I would love to take an extra turn over the other side. And there's my new hand, and I have no deck, I just have a discard pile. Okay, on to turn 23. We've got another twist. Omnicraft comes in. Old Omnicraft gets shuffled in. Play another card. How many buffers am I going to get? I think there's one more bystander in there. I played so many villains already, it's about time for this to happen. Villain deck time. There's plenty of henchmen, I think, still in there, though. Oh, there's the bystander. When you rescue this bystander, draw a card. Goes to this Sovereign Omnicraft. Okay. I gotta speed it up, though. Dark Memories. What does it look like for me? I have a lot. Instinct, Strength, Ranged, Covert. I have Tech. I don't think I have any Tech. Unless I recruit Coordinated Assault. So that would be 4 attack. Let me put that aside for now. Max attack right now, if I played that, that would be 3, 6, 7, 8, 10 attack towards the Mastermind, which isn't enough. So how do I max out my attack? I could choose to draw 2 cards. I might get enough recruit to recruit Coordinated Assault, but I do lose out on this 3 attack towards the Mastermind if I play Bubble Up. But my only other shot to try is to dodge White Tiger and hope for something better, which I may not get. News Reporter let me draw a card, though. So maybe I start out with the sure things. I play the Shield Trooper and Speak No Words, which is 2 attack and 2 recruit. Sacrifice some of my attack to get a card draw and some recruit. I also want to make sure the city doesn't ramp up too much, so I'll do that. I'll spend 2 attack, take out the Omnicraft for 1 more recruit, and I will draw a card when I rescue the News Reporter. I'm going to draw into Poison Storm. Okay. I'll play Poison Storm. That's 2 attack plus 2 towards the Mastermind. I got 4 towards him now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm almost there. I have 3 recruit. I can't recruit a attack with 3. Yeah, I have all other. So I can't hit him. Again, I could dodge, which I might lose out on 3 or 4 attack, or I could draw 2 cards. It'll lose out on 3 attack towards Bubble Up. I think I can get more attack by playing Double Down than the 3 attack Bubble Up can give me. So we'll see. I'll play Double Down and draw 2. Destructive Whisper. Speak No Words. Okay, is that 4 cards with no rules text? No, it's only 2. I have no choice now. I'll play 2 recruit, 1 attack. Then I'll play... I could dodge it and try. If I played everything as is now, I would get 3 up to 5, up to 7, and then 8, 9, 10. Which wouldn't be enough. I could fight another bystander to get a 6 cost. There isn't one. So I'm gonna dodge. I don't really have much of a better option. So let's dodge White Tiger. Oh, there's my tech. I got Poison Doc Ock. So that's 1 attack when I play it, and a card draw. And that's a Trooper. That's 3 cards with no rules text. Nope, that's 4. Trooper, Speak No Words, and Trooper. Okay, now when I play Destructive Whisper, I get 3 attack for each. 1, 2, 3. I don't think it's going to make up the difference, though. And then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I had more if I did something different. That's why Black Bolt's not that great. I feel like Destructive Whisper, it should either reduce the amount of no rules text cards you need, or give you at least +2 attack if you do this. Just my opinion. So yeah, all I can do is fight the other Omnicraft, which I'll do. And I'll get 1 more recruit from it. And now I got 9 attack I can't do anything with. What would be best to refresh the HQ, though? Should I take... Right-hand side's hitting the Mastermind every turn, no problem, so it doesn't really need Coordinated Assault. I don't have that many recruit numbers. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to take the Assault over here for 4. And then... I do have a lot of grays over here. Actually, I'm just realizing right now, drawing the 0-cost cards works really well with Black Bolt, so I would take this next turn if I could, but I can't afford it now. Should have realized that earlier. Next, I got a Daring Sidekick for 2. And that's it. So I'm really trying to build the Black Bolt deck, but I forgot the Tiger God Amulets, but it's still not that great, you know? I think this will be a fun... I think this is the most fun setup against Poison Thanos I've played, and I don't think it's just because I haven't pulled a lot of his strikes, because there's ways to get around it with the Undercover, and with the Black Bolt cards you kind of want to get rid of later, and all the poisons, and the extra villain group helping you out. I think this will be the most fun setup against Poison Thanos people have played. What do we do if Spider-Man reveals a scheme twist? It has 0 VP till it actually enters. Well, this Spider-Man... Let me remind myself what he does. Yeah, this Spider-Man doesn't look at the villain deck. That's Iron Spider. You're talking about Iron Spider from Civil War? Turn 20... Or you mean the Spider-Man in the Spider Friends? Anyway, the answer is yes. If a card doesn't have a printed number, it's effectively 0. If a card asks for a printed number, then it doesn't have that printed number. But as for a number, like a cost or a VP value, it's going to be 0 if there's nothing. Okay, another twist. So it comes in as an Omnicraft. Shuffle in the 2 that I already got. If you have both versions, it really helps. And if you have Proxima Midnight, it really extra helps. That's right, yes. A scheme twist is worth 2 VP or less, so that does work. Okay. Let's see how many twists I play. There's another one. It's going to be a lot of twists. All 11 are shuffled in there. I know it says 8 out of 11, but I probably should fix that because they're all shuffled in. It'll be fun to see how many I play in total, I think. I go back and forth on how I want to handle that. Card number 3, Bullseye. KO one of your heroes with Recruit and one of your heroes with Attack. He's actually really bad for this deck because I don't want to KO anybody. Let's go with this. This is actually a great time to play White Tiger because I have a discard pile of all things. I've got a Strength, a Covert, an Instinct. That's it. But I will play it for Dark Memories right now, which will give me 3 attack, plus I get the Hand Ninjas thing if I want to do that. Oh, I have to trigger 1 Red Guardian's draw with the other this time. I've got the Shield of Britain for 3 attack, wound canceling. I have Super Soldier Serum. I'm going to have to do this first. Shuffle my discard pile. I can look, actually, see what it is. I have 3 Covert cards. I'm going to draw everything anyway. I have 3 Red Guardian cards. So whether I say Covert or Red Guardian, it's the same chance. So I'm going to say Red Guardian, just for fun. So let me shuffle those up. Okay. Red Guardian. Nope, I should have said Covert. It was White Tiger. So no extra points for me. That means this draw sequence is going to end in a second. I'll play the first Sleeper Agent, no trigger. Second Sleeper Agent, whoops. I should be at, yep, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then... Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should only be at 6 attack. Pretty sure. Yep. 3, and then 6, and then nothing from Captain Carter. And then Sleeper Agent, 2 Recruit, and I draw. 2 Recruit, no draw. Second one, 2 Recruit, and a draw. That should be a 4 Recruit, yes. And then I'll play Camouflage Huntress for 3 attack. I got Death Was Only a Ruse. I can send somebody undercover. Some of these cards are getting in the way of my my perfect turn, so I think I'm actually going to send Captain Carter undercover. More points for me. I don't really need it around. It's funny. I didn't think I was going to do that. Okay. Well, I'm afraid to fight Bullseye because I would have to KO my good card. So I will save him for the other side. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and fight both Omnicraft. It's going to cost me 4 attack. Fight one, then the other, and it'll give me 2 recruits. So I'll just do this shorthand. Take them both out. Bullseye might escape, though, on a wave. He might jump on an Omnicraft and escape on a wave of them. I have 6 recruit. I don't really want any of these cards. I really wish I could refresh the HQ. But that's the left-hand side's job, I think. So I think I'm just going to have to go ahead and get another sidekick. It's going to be standard. That'll help me out with the situation I've got here. That was not a very good turn for this deck. Probably saturated it with too much. Also, I have not seen a lot of Magnetic Shield. There's 5 of them in there at the start. Could have used one more. Let's go over to turn 25 on the left-hand side, and there's a Tombstone. I could take them and undercover them, but that takes time of hands with worse cards. I'd rather let the left side pick them up, because they actually help with the zero-cost cards for Black Bolt. Bribe, escape each player, reveals a strength hero or gains a wound. I gotta get these folks out of here, because otherwise they are going to get pushed away by the spaceships. So no drawing for me, but I do have Coordinated Assault. 1 attack plus 1 attack for each different printed attack number among all my heroes. I have 1 attack and 2 attack, so 2 more. Some raw numbers. 1 attack, 2 recruit, 3 more recruit, and finally Poison Hulk with 2 attack only. So I will get 1 more of these Amulets of the Tiger God. Yeah, I'll do this. Out of the HQ for 4. I did that on purpose because... There we go, Magnetic Shield. I got Bullseye. If I fight him, I get to KO one of my starters, but I have to KO somebody with an attack icon. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to KO my Shield Agent. I'll spend my 6 attack. And I'm going to KO Poison Hulk. Because, well, actually, should I KO Poison Hulk or Speak No Words? I got the Black Bolt rare. I'm going to KO Poison Hulk. I feel bad for Poison Hulk a little bit. He was just taken over, but... No, I don't take Bullseye. I wish I could. Bullseye is blown up. And these two get just KO'd. That's it. Give me that Magnetic Shield. I will have to recruit another Covert hero to unleash it. And if there aren't any, I can't unleash them at all. But I'll try. Turn 26. Another twist. So we do the thing. Tombstone might get pushed out here. Gotta shuffle these 2 back in. Plenty of cards still in here that aren't twists. Hoping for those right about now. Next up, another twist. Let's try again. What's going to be the next card? It is a Khonshu Guardian. In wolf form, in the sewers. This spacing out won't last forever until the real spacing out happens, and that by that I mean these spaceships in space spacing out into the distance and helping the Mastermind win. Let's play our daring sidekick. Card draw. I was hoping for some more hero classes. Well, I'll play the Camouflage Huntress first. 3 attack. Next up, a Sleeper Agent. Let's see what I draw. 2 recruit and a draw. And I've only got non-grays. And that's another hero class. Do I have all 5? Yeah, I have all 5. Look at that. It's beautiful. All 5 hero classes right here. So I'll play a Poison Captain America. Does count grays. It could have been 6, but I get 5 attack for having blue, red, green, black, yellow. What a rainbow of help. I got the Shield of Britain. 3 attack. Don't have a discard pile, so not going to play White Tiger for Dark Memories. I will play Magnetic Shield for 4 more attack, and that is enough to hit the Mastermind, so let's go ahead and hit him for 14 right now. Leave me at 2 attack. And here is the penultimate tactic, Searing Poisons. Each other player discards a poison card from their hand or gains a wound. And guess what I have? I have the Shield of Britain right here in my hand, or in play. So once per turn, when a player gains a wound, you may reveal this card to return that wound to the wound stack. If you do, the player whose turn it is gains Liberate 3. Now, Liberate 3 gives you 3 attack towards a villain with a bystander or the Mastermind. I don't think this will help me hit the Mastermind again, but at least I can help that side avoid a wound, because I don't have a poisons. So I'm going to reveal the wound. It's a standard one, and I put it back by revealing the Shield of Britain. And I, on this right side, get Liberate 3. Back to the Mastermind tactic. This one does get blown up. Glad I blocked that. Okay, 2 more hits are required on the Mastermind, and then that will be that. But he's still at 14. I've got +2 attack towards him from the Liberate. I'll put that right over here. Yeah, why not? Right between the counters. But I don't have 10 more in me. I don't think. I might actually. We'll see what I can dodge. Back to my cards. I don't have any discard pile, so I'm going to dodge it and draw another Death Was Only a Ruse. Oh, I'm actually very close. But not quite. Do I want to send anybody undercover? Not really. Good. Sleeper Agent draws almost every time. Cap is giving me a lot of attack, and she's a prerequisite. So I'm just going to play both of these for 3 attack, 6 attack. I'm at 10 towards the Mastermind and 8 towards everybody else. But I do have to clear the city a little bit. I'm going to have some escapes. What is the most efficient way I can use this attack? I can bribe Tombstone, spending my 2, and then I'll have 2 left over. So maybe I'll just do that. Go to Tombstone. I'm going to spend 2 recruit and 6 attack to take him out before he escapes and causes more wounds. And then we're going to hit an Omnicraft in... I do want the Magnetic Shield. So I could have fought both Omnicraft and taken Magnetic Shield, but then I wouldn't be able to unleash it unless I recruited another covert, and I might not get another covert after that, and so it could be a while. If I get the right hand, I could do both at once. But I also want to clear the city so I don't have any escapes. So I'm going to do this, like I said. But you're right. Take that out for 2 and get 1 recruit. And there's my 1 recruit that I can't do anything with. I got the sidekick, so I should be able to get the Magnetic Shield and unleash it at the same time. If some covert opportunities come up, we'll wait and see. But I don't need it if I can just keep hitting the Mastermind and end the game. We're getting close to that point. Turn 27. Another Khonshu Guardian comes in. All right, 1 without wolf form and 1 in wolf form. Let's go with sidekick first. See if I can clear the city before more Omnicraft come in. I draw a card. And then I got another sidekick to draw 2 cards. 1 and 2. All right. That's pretty good. I got the Hypersonic Scream to draw 3 cards at least. Let's see if I can get the what if. I'm going to say ranged. What if? It is ranged, so I get +2 recruit and +2 attack. I'm going to put Poison Storm back on top of my deck. That's wonderful. Dark Memories. What does my Dark Memories look like? I have Covert, Strength, and Ranged. That's pretty good. Oh, and Tech. I missed that. I have 4. So I'll play Dark Influence for 4 total attack. Can't forget I have the secondary effect on that. And I'm going to play Hypersonic Scream now. Actually, I have to play the Grays first. So Trooper, Agent. So 2 attack and 1 recruit, which basically just means this card gives me 2 attack and 1 recruit in addition to whatever else I would draw. Double checking, I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. So the 3 attack for Hypersonic Scream I have to add. And then I draw 3 cards for the 3 cards with no rules text. And there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, sweet. This is good. I'll play Poison Doc Ock for 1 more attack and another card draw. Gives me a starter. I get Poison Storm. I've played a range, so I get 2 attack plus 2 towards the Mastermind, so this should have been gone, but now it's back. I got Speak No Words, which is 1 attack and 2 recruit. I have 1 agent, and then I have Wartime Logistics. I have 1 base, plus I have a printed 2, a printed 1, and a 0 on Captain Carter. So that's going to be 4 more recruit. After all that is said and done, which gives me... Right? Let me double check that recruit. That's 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's got to be right. 7 and 8, 9, 10. That's correct. So I've got 10 attack, 10 recruit, 18 attack, and then 2 attack specifically towards the Mastermind or the rooftops, or just the Mastermind on Storm? Just the Mastermind. Okay, so that's good. So after I spend my attack, I'll have 6 attack left, which will be enough to hit a Khonshu Guardian and a Sovereign Omnicraft. So I'm going to hit the Mastermind first and see what happens for the final tactic. So it's only going to cost me 12 my regular attack plus this 2 extra. And let's see what he does. Final tactic. Desperate Rescue. You may gain a hero from Thanos' Poison Souls pile. Great, before the final blow. I can gain one of these. I think Kevin MacLeod's Huntress is the best one I can take because that will reduce his attack. Plus it'll give me 3 attacks. So now he's only got 3 costs. And he's down to 13 attack for the final blow, at least until a Master Strike happens. So he's at 13. All right, I've got 6 attack left. Like I said, I can clear 2 things out, starting with the Khonshu Guardians in the bank. Oh, I also have Dark Influence of the Hand I can do, but I think it's still better for me to do this. I'll take them out. KO one of your heroes. And I'm going to get rid of... I have any agents in here? I do have an agent. Get rid of 1 agent on the left. And then we'll spend the 3... 2 of the 3 on the Omnicraft here to give myself 1 more recruit. Get an Omnicraft out there. And that's that. Can't fight the Guardians right now. I got 11 recruit. Let me load up on some other stuff. I'm almost at the end of the game, so I might be able to win next turn anyway. So I'll take this for 4. Amulets of the Tiger God. Oh, and I can get Give Them All We Got. To play this, you must put another card from your hand on top of your deck. Although I could recruit and draw this on the other side, so I'm going to hold off. I'm just going to get all these Tiger God amulets out of here. Won't be drawing for a while. I probably won't see any of these cards anyway. And then 3 recruit, we'll just keep clearing. We'll take Speedball. I want to see what happens. All right. I think this might be the end. It could be the end in the wrong way if another twist happens and they chain, but we'll see. Turn 28, a Master Strike. Okay. He's gonna do some thievery, but that's fine. Now, if I can only give him 3 costs, he won't increase in attack. I don't care what I give him on this side. I'll give him Captain Carter. Any 3 costs I'm willing to get rid of. I got 2 more Sleeper Agents, which means fewer draws. I have 3 of them, though. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to give him a Wartime Logistics on the left and a Sleeper Agent on the right. That means his attack will not go up. He's still at 13. And let's see if I can still do fine with this. I will start by drawing 2 cards. I think I'm fine. I just have to draw enough stuff. Draw 2. 1, 2. If only I got his rare, but I didn't get Red Guardian's rare, but that's okay. Let's go with the Shield of Britain for 3 attack. Do I have all 5 hero classes? Yep, or colors. Yellow, green, blue, black, red. So that's 5 attack from Cap. He's really helping me out here with the other Cap. I'm going to now draw some cards. Sleeper Agent, 2 recruit, and a card draw. No, I didn't play a covert first. I got to play Camouflage Huntress first. Then I play Sleeper Agent, 2 recruit, and a card draw. I got the Magnetic Shield. Yeah, this will be it. Then I've got Death Was Only... Oh, I didn't draw yet. Sleeper Agent, 2 recruit. To draw, Death Was Only a Ruse for a 3 attack. Let me double check, because I got 5, 8, 11, 13, 15, and then 18 here. And I didn't play the other one either. I got more I can do. I'll play the other one. Actually, you know what I should do? Hold on. So this is the end of the game. I should send somebody undercover for that VP. So it doesn't really matter. I'll send this Sleeper Agent undercover. It's one of your other heroes. It can be one you played. And let's get some more VP. I'll do 5, 6, 11, 12, 13, 15, 18. I get 3 more attack. 21, and I will send... I don't know. It really doesn't matter. I'll send the other Sleeper Agent undercover for some more VP. And I'm at 21. What I can do now is get a little more attack by recruiting the Magnetic Shield. Well, I won't be able to send it undercover or reveal it, but I don't need it, so I just need more VP. So I will recruit it just to send it undercover as well for some more VP. Speedball's rare, you're way too late. And then I got Dark Influence of the Hand, which won't give me anything because I have no discard pile. I can infinite dodge it. I'll dodge it. I'll dodge it. And maybe I can dodge it. How much time you guys got? But I guess what I'll do now is I'll hit the Khonshu Guardians. Yeah, I'm gonna play it to at least get a little more VP with the bystander. That's the serious answer. But let me go ahead and hit the Khonshu Guardians if I can. I won't have enough VP to do. I won't have enough. Well, actually, I need 13 attack to hit the Mastermind. I have 8 left over. Oh, that'll be actually exactly enough. That's fun. So let me hit the Khonshu Guardians for 5. KO one of my heroes. And I don't know. Poison Cap can fail. I didn't subtract 5, did I? And then I will spend 3 attack to fight the top card of the bystander stack as if it were a 3 attack Hand Ninja's Henchman. With fight, you get +1 recruit. Rescue this bystander, and it's the Comic Shopkeeper. Play of your choice gains the top 3 cards of the hero deck. Cost 3 or less. None of them do. Bounce Around never showed up. But that's 1 more bystander for me. And with my final 13 attack, let's do the final blow on the Mastermind. And good riddance to Poison Thanos. He is defeated by the right-hand side of the game, and that is a victory against him, provoking the Sovereign Omnicraft. That is so hard to say 3.5 hours into the stream. He's gone! Ding dong. The poison's dead. That was a fun one. I got lucky with lack of strikes. Oh, look, Spidey was in the very bottom of the deck after that last shuffle. But here's the thing about those strikes. I shuffled the villain deck so many times that even though it took a while for... Well, I think the first twist came up not too far away, so it was the several shuffles that made that happen. But that's it. That was a win for me. Let me go ahead and count my stats and then get this all updated for you so you can play this. Again, you're going to have some extra time to play this one because I won't be able to stream for another couple of weeks. So I hope you have fun with whatever your game turns out to be. So I managed to win with no escapes, which is going to be very, very good for this league week or couple of weeks because this is an escape-based scheme. So 0 escapes. I did this in 28 turns, a little long, but I'll take that for the lack of escapes and the high VP I think I got. I beat Omega Red and Apocalypse during the time it took you. Omega, were they doing a Dark Alliance? Were you also pressing buttons and talking to a community while you did it? That'll add a couple minutes to your time. But good job. That's a tough setup. Let's count my VP on the left-hand side. 7, 14, 21. Amazing how the right side deleted and rebuilt itself. Yeah, that was really cool. Everybody get out and everybody come back in. 21, 25, 30, 35. And then, oh, I got one Moon Knight. 37, 38, and 39. And then 40 and 41 on the right-hand side. 41. 9 escapes on turn 23. Look like I can win, but soon. Oof, yeah. I mean, take the escapes. There's going to be a lot of escapes in this setup. And there's going to be a lot of losses, too, I think. And now right-hand side. Let's see how the right-hand side did. I got the face card, right? Wow. Left-hand side hit the Mastermind more than the right. Is that real, or did I mess it up? Anyway. I can't tell. Either way, it's a sum of VP. Doesn't matter. It's just for flavor. 7, 14. Sometimes I put them on the wrong side. 16, 20, 22, 24, 28, 30, 31, 32, 33. I got a lot of undercover and bystanders. 34, 35, and oh yeah, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 40, oh, just, this is 46. 46, no other poisons, they don't go there. I guess technically. 47 and 48. Wow. So both sides actually did pretty well. The Black Bolt strategy did almost as well as the small deck Red Guardian strategy. That's very funny. Pretty good VP for me. That is it for this game. I hope you have fun with this. Let me see how many folks are still on Twitch. I only got a few folks. I'll end the stream here. Thank you everybody for coming by. I'll see you back here in a couple weeks. If you are getting second edition, I hope you're enjoying it. I had a ton of fun playing it. If you're not a member at coffee.bageltopgames.com, look forward to seeing those playthroughs next week. If you're interested in seeing me fight all 5 masterminds and all, 14 heroes, 15 heroes, I can't remember the number, in second edition, all the villains and henchmen as well, and 4 or 5 of the schemes. Okay. Thanks, everyone, and have a great weekend, and take care.